and welcome to Shadows of Arbor. If I could have all of you, before we begin, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Why are you doing this to us?
Oh no. 3.
3.
I'm in danger.
Really?
Yeah.
3. What's your total?
No,
That's the total.
That's the total.
Oh.
It's 2 on the dice.
Interesting.
It's 2 on the dice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
19.
Okay. And?
Just finding out.
Oh no.
I also rolled 2 on the dice for a total of 7.
You're okay. You're okay.
I have proficiency and I have a decent wisdom, which is I think it's going to make it a 16, but I need to check.
Okay. Then you're 0.
How low is the DC?
And if it's a
14,
low
a bit
DC, that means I'm really fucked. Like,
Maybe it's just whoever's got the lowest.
No.
Okay.
Maybe he's taking tokens into account for the.
I'm
the
wondering
DC.
if this is an effect of being in the Gilded Cage.
yeah.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Or maybe it doesn't matter at all. You just wanted to
So fuck
with us.
Yeah.
at the end of the session.
I needed something. Cool. That's fine.
I'm so screwed,
So.
but cool.
As you're this is a moment that happens as you're walking through the Gilded Cage, and it doesn't take any time. It is more of a kind of a moment for you where you see yourself you are much, much younger. You are maybe, this is a long time ago for you, wasn't it? When you were a young boy, back in a place where you didn't have to think about where your next meal came from, where in the term would be, we're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and you are in a lab working on a very familiar alchemical potion. It is bubbling away in front of you, and there is an amount of risk involved in what you're doing. You know why you're making this. Or at least you think you do. Your mind goes to the reason you're standing in front of brewing this potion at the moment. You are currently Victor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
You've always thought that this was made for you. This potion was brewed for you. But in this moment, when you were a young boy, this potion, its effects and uses and intention is directed outwards. And then that memory slips away. We carry on.
This is my potion. It was made for me.
That's different. Right. So, before we go into the game proper, would anyone like to read any of the news stories? Or would you like to do a recap? The choice is yours. There are many stories of sewers beneath the city, of dangers that lurk. There are stories of witches.
I do think it would behoove us to at least read the
Very
sewer
well.
one just in case.
Very well, read the sewer one then.
Query: what lurks beneath? Information: a warning to the citizens of Arbor. The hidden perils of our city's underground labyrinth. Many dear readers may not be aware that the waste of our fair city does more than merely befoul our streets with its foul stench. Fewer still may know that beneath our city lies an extensive network of tunnels, stretching from one end to the other. These tunnels carry away the waste and refuse of our decadent lifestyles, diverting it to be processed and expelled as harmless water. However, I do not put pen to paper today to educate you on the intricacies of our city's sewer systems, but rather to warn you of those dangers that lurk within those shadowy passages. Beneath our very feet dwells a group who call themselves the Plague Rats, a name derived from the old tales of creatures said to have brought disease and ruin to countless cities throughout history. That's interesting. These modern-day rats, however, deal in something equally vile, drugs and crime in equal measure. Their trade in these illicit goods, coupled with their iron grip on the city's subterranean highways, has allowed them to evade capture and continue their villainous deeds. Also, they painted that one dude into a place that one time. Yet there are whispers of even darker activities afoot, secret rituals and dark magics that defy comprehension. The Greencloaks, tasked with maintaining order, are too fearful to pursue them into the depths, and though I am loath to admit it, I for one do not blame them. And so, dear reader, I implore you, do not venture beneath the streets, for there is naught but peril, xenophobia, and tragedy waiting for you. And should you see a hand emerge from below, do not succumb to its beckoning fingers. Heed this warning, for the dangers that lie beneath are not to be trifled with.
Very well.
I do like the implication that you might just see a hand go.
But that's not where we find ourselves yet. We find ourselves in front of a unfortunate individual who is left behind, perhaps in the midst of play he thought was going to go somewhere else. And you have stumbled upon him. You opened the door and found him in a cage of his own
Volition?
volition. I was trying to think making, but no, he didn't make the cage. Of his own devices, his own volition. And he's asking, can you help me out? A ball gag around his kind of neck rather than where it probably was for several hours. He looks dehydrated and quite put out in his very cramped position. So, with all that being said, what would you like to do?
Wander inside, I think.
Okay, so you come inside, and I imagine you shut the door behind you, or do you leave it open?
Let's shut it behind us.
Cool.
Yeah, if everyone else is coming in, then yes.
We had this dude's name, didn't we?
You did. I believe his name is
Rocks.
Rocks.
He is getting his rocks.
I was about to make the same joke.
So, is does
He
it look like there's
the
like
cage
a...
is suspended above the bed. He is above it, and he is kind of like in a position. The cage is very small. It's probably not much bigger than from here to here. He is like bent over double to fit inside of it. Very cramped kind of thing.
Does it look like there's like a pulley system that would lower the cage back down?
There is. Yes.
I don't want to pull the curtain back too much here. Does he look like he's been put in a stress position to cause pain for pleasure, or is this confinement?
The former, not the latter. This was a consensual. He has not been put in here against his will.
It's consensual at first.
But
the duration was not consensual.
Either way, it's consensual. Was he looking for the pain or the confinement here?
Oh, that's a good question. He was looking for the pain specifically in this case.
I think Pupil is very curious.
I will also mention, everyone except Pupil will notice this because you're. Oh no, sorry, your passive perception. Sorry, your passive perceptions are really high, in general. I wrote these things way before your characters existed, and with much lower passive perceptions for some people. But I'm going to stick with what I got. There is a table to the side, and there underneath it there is a small basket which contains a small number of personal effects, presumably from the man in the cage. To give you the full description, just so you know what you're kind of like looking at. As you enter the room, the first thing that catches your eye is the intricate wrought iron cage suspended from the ceiling. It swings slightly as if moved by a hidden breeze, and inside you see the outline of a small, leather-clad figure complete, with ball gag, though, around his neck. The walls are adorned with deep crimson tapestries, embroidered with intricate designs of chains and whips. The centerpiece of the room is a massive four-poster bed, its black satin sheets pulled taut and glistening in the dim light. To the right of the bed are several chains attached to the wall, ending in large steel collars, along with the pulley system that will lower him.
Remind me why you want to talk to this guy specifically.
He is a Rezi, who you
The
found
crying lady we found in the bathroom.
correct, mentioned that somebody from the Red Lantern was in the building, a rival brothel that has had an antagonistic relationship with the Gilded Cage over the years.
But there was more, wasn't there? Because she was afraid of going back there.
She was terrified of going back there. She implied that she was a former employee of the Red Lantern and did not want to return.
Because we found a note that she had addressed to the old Raven, Maven, warning him about the multiple threats. Was this guy one of the ones that were giving out those threats?
No, it was a Rashika and Zol Throat Snapper.
But
The Zol Throat Snapper. Who's Zol Throat Snapper?
Is the head of the Iron Dogs.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember my name.
This guy, I think, had information on the conspiracy, didn't he?
Potentially. Like, there is a
That's-
member of a rival brothel inside the building after the head of the brothel you're in is now been found dead.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a person of interest. Also, we don't know how to get to the Red Lantern, and we want to get this guy to tell us how to get there.
So, because he's restrained anyway, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both the condition and the situation.
Yeah. So I will lower the cage down,
Okay.
so that he's more at an interrogation height.
Whilst you're doing that, you're taking your time to do that, and we're like, do you happen to work for or know of the Red Lantern?
Right. He goes, no, I'm just a patron. Yeah, I'm like...
Victor, stop lowering the cage.
Would you like me to pry the secrets from his minds?
Let's do it the nice way first.
I don't. Please just let me out. Right, let me
You
out.
see, I want to go to the Red Lantern,
Okay.
and I think you can tell me how to get there.
Make me a persuasion or intimidation check, your choice.
It's the same either way. I'm thinking it's Monica intimidation.
Sure.
Actually, it doesn't look like Monica. It looks like just a regular person. Whatever. 6.
6. He goes, no, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, you know, I signed up for a bit of fun with Raven, and I guess she just forgot about me.
Information. Many people fear imprisonment. Query. Why do you not fear imprisonment?
That's a complicated answer. It was not the... I don't have... But just please let me out, alright? I think I've been here too long. I just want to leave.
Takes the mask off and both
Oh,
eyes
God.
start blinking at him. Detect thoughts.
Sure. What's the DC?
14, I think.
Oh, he resists you. But you still get his surface thoughts even without that.
Yes.
And I don't think he's in a particular place. He's kind of exhausted. He's kind of like, actually, okay, yeah, he still makes it. You still get his surface thoughts. The immediate surface thought you get is, I wish he kept the mask on.
I'm also going to... will I have another wisdom save?
Sure. Okay. What's the DC?
Same again.
Okay, he shatters it. Yeah, he's rolling. I'm rolling. Really
He rolls well. Okay. So what I use on them was
actually.
hypnotic gaze to try and get him to...
What's the DC specifically?
13.
Okay, he fails.
He fails to get hypnotic
Because
gaze.
I'm giving him disadvantage because he's been in that position.
Cool. In which case he is incapacitated
Okay, so he goes, and just kind of
and
goes,
is
slack-jawed.
locked eyes on me until I use an action to... Sorry, until I break it.
So incapacitated means specifically... Where is that one?
It means he
Can't take actions or reactions. That's
Yeah.
it.
But he can't use actions to break detect thoughts as I cast it again
And again, and again.
and again
and
because
again.
I have it from an item.
Sure. He knows you're doing it, so
Yeah.
I guess it's just going to be a matter of how long does this take
Yeah.
before he
As
breaks.
I get closer and closer and blink less and less.
Okay. Is anyone doing anything else? Because he's actually resisting pretty well.
Well, my plan was to try and trick him, but
I think if he's passed this many times, Pupil is getting really... People probably will stop at this point.
Look, there's a basket of his clothes and stuff, right?
Yep.
I'm going to look through that.
Okay, so he failed after the 4th attempt.
Okay,
So that would be 30 seconds.
I don't even think people would have got that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
but
has
while
worked
that's
every other
happening,
time.
he's got time to look over his stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a few things you find in his stuff. Where is what I'm looking for? That's this one.
Information. It is unable.
Alright. Thank you anyway, people.
Yes. Well,
What are you doing to him?
Information. It is observing.
Now. Look at him. He's doing more than that. It is doing more than that.
I think as it breaks eye contact with him, he goes back to normal because I have to keep eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
You find this letter. And these 2 business cards. Actually.
Good lord, that's a big box. So the actress to the bishop.
Said the bishop to the actress.
Oh wow.
Oh, I don't feel good about that joke.
Now it's on the recording forever.
Box.
No, this is actually on him.
I'll find this letter on him, and as I pass the letter, can I sleight of hand this
Sure.
away?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check.
Uh, 22.
Nobody.
I've
Unless you're the pupil, you can roll a perception check. I think the rest of you are kind of in more of the not thinking
Yeah,
your friends are going to be.
If I had it on passive, then I'd 12.
even my thinking was because you've drawn attention by the fact that
right,
I've got that. I then look at you, but I'm even with a total of 20.
So he comes out of it after 20 seconds or so?
Yeah,
Something
20
is
seconds.
well.
Okay, that's just
Yeah,
probably enough
yeah,
time for him to go through this stuff, find things, and begin passing. He sees the letter go across, doesn't see those. Goes, all right, look,
Oh, messed us up again, and you're out of the Red Lanterns faster than a steam whistle. With your lousy skills and tarnished rep, the good luck finding another den to haunt. No one's hiring a wretch like you. Just letters your pink slip formal like, oh, I guess you're telling the truth, you don't work for the Red Lanterns. You used to, though.
yeah, see, I didn't lie, did I? I didn't lie at all. Can you please let me out of the cage now?
No.
I am slightly worried because
Information. Yes, it is able to let you out of the cage.
So you sneak into the Gilded Cage, do a bit of spying for us, huh? Oh, so this was sort of you attempting to get back in their good graces. Lovely.
Look. How about
Find
this?
her. Okay, yeah.
I've got something. I can give it to you. If I give it to you, you can. I'll give it to you, and you can go wherever you want to go. But I have it on me, and you can't get it unless you get out of the cage.
Insight check.
Sure.
That's only a 12.
That's enough. He didn't roll particularly high. He definitely has something on him that he thinks is valuable enough for him to secure his freedom, or at least he believes it does.
Query. What is the object?
A bit of magic. I came into a coin.
Are you detecting thoughts on him at this point?
Yep. Just for surface.
You see a picture. You see an image of this coin.
Query. What is the function of the coin?
It does a lot of things. It does some stuff that's good, some stuff that's bad for you and other people. It's a really good magic coin. I've had it for a while. I really like it. I got it for kind of a promotion thing.
Query. Will this coin help us find the Red Lantern?
No, but the business cards that are in my stuff, they will if you really want to go there.
neat.
Look, you're trying to sell us on a magic coin. You got to be more specific.
All right.
I don't want to think that might be bad.
The card is in my pocket.
I was about to say, is the card physically in his pants? Yeah.
I can't exactly get to it.
I want specifics on what it does.
It
You
does,
can tell. You've read the card,
I've
right?
read the card. It does a lot of things, and you flip the coin, and it does different things depending on what comes up heads or.
What has it done for you?
Maybe we like magic coins.
Nothing. I've been too scared to actually flip things and don't know what. I haven't been in any fights. I've needed the coin's power. All right, I know it does some cool stuff. The card is in my pocket.
As in his pocket that's over there? Or
No,
the
his pocket that's in his pocket.
Nature's pocket.
Oh, no.
It's not in my nature's pocket. It's a big coin. Have you seen the coin? It's a big coin.
Some people have big natural pockets, I'm afraid.
I guess that's
Natural
true.
pocket in the same way as natural 20 or natural
Natural pocket is a
Critical
rough
pocket.
statement.
awful.
Critical pocket.
Right, okay. I've got it. All you need to do is let me out, and I'll give it to you. No tricks, no problems, right?
Shall we let him? I'm a little bit worried that in that position he could suffer an embolism and die in seconds.
Is there a lock on the door?
There would be, yes.
You can lock it from the inside,
Yes, of
presumably.
course you can.
I'm going to go lock it from the inside and just take the key.
Yeah, sure.
Information. You may let him out of the cage.
It's okay. I'll lower him down, but
Okay. Lower him down.
but presumably it lowers him directly onto the bed.
Yes, and then you can open the cage.
I'm going to need a hand.
He's still also bound within the cage,
Yes.
so he can't open the cage on his own. So that's
Yes.
no concern.
I can't really go clambering across the bed with the.
All right.
with
And
the
Monica
stick.
will pop open the cage,
Sure.
roughly drag him out and deposit him on the floor.
I guess he would be, yeah, because he's also been bound as well. So you need to kind of remove those. So he kind of tumbles out onto the bed, which is much softer than the cage. So there is kind of a release of.
Well, no, I drag him off the bed and onto the floor.
Okay, yeah.
Because,
sure.
the cage was on the bed.
Yeah.
And it's easier to just yank him out onto the floor because of the leverage.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah.
Right, hold still. I'm going to undo your bindings. And then I put one of the collars and attach the chains on the wall around his neck.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll undo his bindings.
Curl. Yep. You do undo his bindings. He kind of as the bindings come off, they kind of and he can't really get up on his own at the moment. He's kind of just lying there on the floor.
Is this man heavy exhaustion levels?
Oh yeah, heavy exhaustion levels.
I'm going to reach into the pocket that has the card and pull that out and have a read.
Yes.
Sure. So this is the small card. The duality coin's too big to go on one of those.
Oh, okay.
So if you look it up in D&D Beyond,
Can we all do that off of that, having the card?
yeah. One of you has the card, all of you have the card. I remember it does a ton of stuff.
Oh, I love a long stat block.
What would it be under?
If you look for duality coin, if you have homebrew enabled, it should do it.
Alright, of course you can't just search for it.
Yeah, you do have to have that enabled or it will not work.
I mean, I was typing into the search bar up top.
Oh no.
Is there a reason you'd keep the... why would you have the card and the coin together? Once you know what it does, why keep them...
In case you need to sell them, or there's kind of other good reasons to.
If you lost the card, you could presumably have someone cast Identify to get a new one.
Would you regenerate the card? Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
Coin of Duality?
That's the one.
Would
Not by you, though.
Is it?
Ah, so this is someone else's Coin of Duality, then.
It might be.
Oh.
Well, I can say it's coin of decisionary or coin of delving.
Coins of Duality? No, I don't think this is it.
It is very possible that I forgot to add that in. But I don't think so.
I can see Joe's coin of muffling. So I know that homebrew is enabled.
Oh, interesting. Did I do something really clever and actually put it in the magic items inside Foundry?
Oh.
I might have done
The
that.
letter.
Of course.
I respect anyone who puts their own vernacular into a written letter and says spy-in. That man is committed to his own aesthetic.
He is, yeah. Well,
Also-
she is technically.
Oh, okay.
Is it just me or does it feel most appropriate that this coin goes there? For thematic reasons.
Now.
I know what it does yet, so...
No, just because it's called a duality coin.
Ah,
There's no description on the apart from it says you can flip this coin to produce a
It
variety
does
of
a
effects.
ton of things is the problem with that one particularly. What did I do with that thing?
So he's talking about Resi in this letter.
Is he?
I don't know, is he? she might fancy she's cozy with the songbirds. That implies it's someone who used to be cozy with them and is now fancy with the songbirds.
It might be somebody else.
Could be.
There might be a lot of people who come from them.
True.
Is this actually showing my creations, or is this just showing it's not, because this is the wrong account? Which account are you? Are you under this one? Homebrew. My campaigns. It's not that account, because that has nothing in it. Suffice to say, the coin does. Ooh, maybe I can get it in this way. Come on. Coin. I don't think I changed this one. Coin. Download. Game rules. Homebrew creations. Homebrew creations. Sign in. I thought it was that.
We have found a 3D printing file for a duality coin.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
I figured that might be it.
Here we go. This is the one I want. So, the duality coin. Where is the cards for it? There we are. This one I didn't change. I did change a bunch, but this one's not one of them. Okay. The coin has three charges, which recharge at the end of a long rest. You can spend a charge and flip the coin. Depending on which side the coin lands on, it will have different effects. Angel side up. If the coin lands angel side up, you can choose one of the following effects. You gain advantage on your next attack. You gain +2 bonus on your AC bonus until the end of the next turn. The attack deals an additional 1d8 radiant damage. Demon side up. If the coin lands demon side up, you can choose one of the following. You gain +2 to attack roll. Your attack deals an additional 1d8 fire or necrotic. Your choice. Or... because I have to use OpenSea, because that's it. Or you gain resistance to against the chosen damage type until the end of your next turn. So there's enough that the card can't fit it, unfortunately, but yeah. I thought I had put this into the thing. I haven't, apparently.
So why was this guy too scared to use it?
He didn't want to use it because he would have to be in combat to use it.
Oh, so he was scared of the combat, not of the coin.
It does a few different things, Rich, for your edification.
None of them bad.
None of them bad.
He was scared of fights, not of the coin. But it is only useful in combat. So.
Yeah. Advantage on your next ability check.
Okay.
+2 bonus to your AC until the end of next turn, or your next attack deals an additional 1d8 radiant. The other options are if you get demon side up, +2 to your next attack roll. Your next attack deals an additional 1d8 fire or necrotic. Or what was the last one?
You gain resistance
to against a chosen damage type until the end of your next turn.
So negative.
No negatives, but
Is it
they're
an action
all
to
very
use this
common.
coin?
No.
You just flip it.
You just flip it.
So as I say, it would be as a free action when you take your turn.
Mm-hmm.
It does require attunement.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does feel sort of appropriate for Victor to have it, but
But it would be good for anyone.
I don't necessarily need it. I'm happy to bow out.
No attunement. Oh no, this one does require attunement. It's very cheap though. But he never wanted to use it because it requires fighting. Except the one angel power, because I suppose you could use that.
But then you'd be flipping it to hope to get the angel side.
And not one of the other ones that
Yeah.
cause you issues. Yeah.
Can a medicine check be used to help restore health points without a healer's kit?
Not unless you have the healer feat and you need the healer's kit for it.
If you have the healer feat, I have a healer's kit.
You can use a medicine check to determine his current state. But beyond that, no.
Okay. Cool.
If you want to determine his current state, you can.
Actually, yeah. Can I just because then I can always whether he needs medical treatment or whether he just needs rest. But before I do, I'd like to just check you over for medical reasons. Am I okay to proceed?
Do whatever. I can't move anymore, so sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, yes, I should probably see that. Okay. 12 21 on a medicine check.
He has, so mechanically, he has level 3 exhaustion.
Oof.
So he has disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws. His speed is halved. He's disadvantage on all ability checks. Yeah, that's what he is. He was pretty close to level. If you hadn't let him out, he probably got into level 4.
Yes, you're in immediate need of a long rest, really.
That sounds really nice. That bed looks really good, actually. I can get into it, but I don't.
Is there food and water in here?
There would be water, but not food. But food could be called to it if you wish to do so.
Hang on one moment, and can I hoist the cage up,
sure.
out of the way of the bed?
And then
Yes.
bomb.
No,
Like a hammer.
no, I'm then going to tie it off so that it's not going to just slam up, because that's...
Yeah, and I will help. I will heave him up onto the bed.
Yes.
He still has the chain around his neck, so he can't run away. Mm-hmm. And also, I've got the key to that.
Sure.
Do we need to go through all of these lengths? I mean,
Don't need to, but I want to.
Query. How were you able to resist its probing of your mind?
I've got a thick skull or something. I just, I'm used to the kind of like the more physical kind of probing. I don't know. Well, you guys have got magic. I mean...
So have you. You're just taking it from your pocket.
but owning magic is... it's an artifact on it. Mine.
Yeah, like you can see my clockwork face.
So he kind of
because
goes,
I've taken the mask off.
he kind of makes the link of like, this is an artifact, therefore it's a magical item, therefore...
It has magic spells that can be cast from it. Like a wand.
Yeah,
I'm just a fancy wand.
Yeah, effectively.
Covered in eyes.
We're just normal people here.
Can I just get into the bed and...
Yes.
You guys...
Yeah, I've already heaved him up onto the bed.
Okay.
He's lying on the bed.
Yes.
Query.
this sauce is off.
How would we be able to access the Red Lantern per your last knowledge of the ability to find it?
The cards, once you have them, you'll be able to find it. There's a spell attached to them.
People will cast detect magic.
You cast detect magic. The spell on the card basically allows you to find the Red Lantern. It effectively means that any door becomes a door to the Red Lantern.
Point of clarification. I believe that people will be looking over at the desk with his things in, because I think this one has the cards.
Oh, okay.
Is that correct? Correct?
Yeah.
So you would cast detect magic. I thought you said, sorry, I thought you said identify. My bad. You cast detect magic.
Oh, that's coming. Yeah.
You got in a pocket. That's not thick enough to stop his thing. So you see 2 new magic.
If a magic item is in front of another magic item,
So if you have your
the
bear...
coat is magical.
Oh, the coat is magical, that's true. I think the coat is enough to block it then. Because you would see... Ooh, no. What magic type would the coat be? Because if they're the same magic type, I agree completely. Because it's
I would also
massive.
say like the degrees of magic. Like, if they're intensely magical, if the more magic's focused in one place, then you might be able to see it through there.
Maybe. So what is the coat? The coat's primary function is to protect you, isn't it?
Transmutation
Transmutation.
plus witch.
Plus witch. So
So
you've got some
but they are
weird
2
magic.
separate effects.
Yeah. So you've got... Does it give an AC bonus as well, that one? Does that one give an AC... Your coat, does it give an AC bonus as well? So it have like...
No.
Okay, so it's just transmutation. So you would see transmutation. You would also see... Oh shit, what's the damn bear? You would see...
But he knows the bear's memorial.
He knows the
already.
bear, yeah, he knows the bear.
Well, he knows that I have a memorial on me.
Yeah, and he also the bear itself is magical. And the bear would call it...
Well, I have like 10 magic items on me.
Yeah, there's a ton. So you would see all these little different magic items. I think the coat, because the coat is transmutation, the cards are specifically divination. Because they let you do the kind of find it. So, so I think you see 2 cards in his pocket of divination, along with the bear, the coat, and whatever nonsense they've got on top.
You see people look over you and look at the pocket they're in, and people shuts up and says nothing.
Yeah. But can we undo the chains and
So to clarify,
I don't really
there are two
want
separate
him to be
items,
free to
2 separate
roam
magical
around
items.
here.
Because One feels like a special thing. One just feels like
A flimsy card, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like they're both the kind of the same thing, but maybe they improve their processes at some point. The first one, the flimsy one, you'll notice that bears a kind of resemblance to the cards you got inside the Gilded Cage, and maybe that was on purpose, but they did it badly.
So they made knockoff ones and then.
What movement is he likely to have with the?
He
chain
can
on?
get. He cannot get to the door.
He cannot
No.
get to the door.
No.
Can he get to water?
Yes, he can get to water, based on where it is currently.
Yeah. Okay.
Who did you say left you in this state?
Raven, the dark-haired girl, real pretty, but
Why?
because I wanted her to. She
Like a
promised
high
she,
school girl
she
shit.
was she promised she was gonna come back.
Why
If I was a
way.
good boy.
Have we spoken to Raven yet?
No, but she's one of the 2 possible successors to the Maven.
To clarify, he was with Raven and sent her away, or was called away by.
He was with Raven, and Raven left the room and said,
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. If I'm a good boy, she'd be back.
Right. Okay.
Information. You must not have been a good boy.
He looks genuinely heartbroken by that. Maybe you're right.
You are such a not good boy. I think she went home.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you remember the brief with regards to our purview at this?
Based
Oh yeah, we can murder anyone we want in here.
Query. How long ago did Raven leave you here?
hours. I've been in that cage for I guess, the night. I don't know. There's no windows, so I can't tell.
But it's more than like 8 hours, for example.
Before, to help your timeline before the Maven was killed.
Okay.
Interesting. And so you remember?
That was what I was going to ask Victor in character because you had the medical check.
Oh yes. Okay, but yes.
Yeah.
He's been here.
Yes.
He doesn't have an exact timetable, but based on the fact that how quickly you, based on your medical check, would go, this is an amount of time based on the exhaustion levels he suffered, based on the positions he was in order for him to be that way, he must have been here for enough time for the timeline you have for the Maven dying to be kind of like, oh, that lines up in terms of she left before. Now you don't know exact, so you're like, there's a broad window.
So this guy technically has an alibi.
Technically, yes. This guy specifically.
Yeah. We can leave him here temporarily. You very much need to rest.
I'll just stay in here. That sounds fine. Yeah.
Or let him rest without the shackles.
Yes.
We're done here, yes?
I think so. Oh, we'll also grab the coin. And I'll grab the card.
Yep.
Also grab the coin.
Sure. Yeah, you grab the coin.
How fascinating.
That's cool.
May I have a look, Maven?
Yeah, the devil side looks familiar.
That's very cool.
It's not my favorite prop, but it's
I like
a cool
it.
one. So,
Well, we should probably speak to. Was it Rex?
Raven?
Raven.
Yeah, this is Rox.
Rox. Okay. Yeah.
Were we under the impression that Raven and what was the name of the other one? The
Ember.
other Ember. Succession. Raven and Ember were going to be on the premises here.
Raven's at home.
Raven's
Ember
at
is
home.
here.
Ember is here. Okay.
I was being truthful when I said such a
She went
good
home,
boy that she
yeah.
went home. I was saying it to hurt him.
But then she couldn't get back in, so she couldn't let him out.
So that's why he's been stuck in here. Yeah.
Why was she sent home?
She left. It's more specific. She didn't stay home. She was left, or that's what you were surmising.
So she must have left before the Maven was killed.
No, before the body was discovered.
Before the body was discovered.
Which is why I'm wondering, why did she leave because she did something and then left.
She set it up, then left. At
Exactly.
the point that
you
it
can
went
take
off, she would have
inspiration
an
for
alibi.
that.
Yeah.
That was a good catch.
Yeah, because based on his condition, we know that she left this room before the murder occurred.
Yes.
But not what she did afterwards.
Just for clarity, you said Rich gets a point of inspiration for that.
It was a good catch. It could have led you down a very, very, definitely like a red herring kind of situation.
Wild goose chase.
Yeah, wild goose chase. That's it.
I mean, if I was trying to set someone up for murder, I would have myself an airtight alibi lined up already. Pun partially intended because there was an airtight room and he died.
Can I go to sleep now?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm not saying nothing, but could you leave the room? Because I don't feel comfortable sleeping with 4 people like standing around me.
Yeah, so
I
that
look at
was
him with all of my eyes and just clip them up.
yes. That,
Do you truly think your comfort is his concern? Its concern?
No, but I don't think my comfort was anyone's concern, Mistress Ravens or not.
I walk up to him and just fluff the pillow behind his head.
That's actually kind of nice.
yes. I don't think he had the voyeurism card, so should we continue onwards?
Oh yeah, you would see his card. It would be the.
I'm assuming
The
it
lock
matches
or the
room.
key.
It would be the.
I thought it was the sword.
Yeah, but
No,
based
that's
on the room
adventurous.
that he's in.
That's adventurous. He is the. That would be the.
Whichever of the lock and the key was sold.
Whichever the one is that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's the lock.
But it matches the theme of the room that he's
Oh
in.
yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, pale purple. There it is.
Yeah, because I was about to say, wait, is he in a different room than what
what
his
he should
card
be
is?
in.
Because
No. This room is for those two.
Okay,
purple
cool.
keys.
That's fine, because otherwise that was a real big check in the
Oopsie-daisy.
suspicious column for...
Okay, so
Okay.
I assume you leave the room. You go back out into the hallway. Where do you go next? Do you want to continue in the Gilded Cage? Do you?
I don't think we're ready to leave yet. We want to at least speak to Ember.
Okay. Do you want to just kind of like go around the halls this way and see who's any of those? Because you don't know where Ember is. You haven't seen her. She's very. You don't know what she. Oh no, you do know what she looks like. You have a picture of her.
Yes.
So you haven't seen her. You've seen somebody who has similar features. The voice has similar features to her.
The voice is the one who's singing in the middle of the performance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She was downstairs. She had horns like Ember does. So you know that she is devil touched. But you don't know exactly where she is.
Presumably there are staff wandering around every...
Occasionally, yeah.
Okay. So maybe get...
Find one of them and
Yeah.
Find a
So,
member of
so
staff,
you'll
yeah.
like see somebody walking by, and it's a lovely young man in a kind of like a nice tailored suit with the breast open, and he kind of like walking by. He's bringing a plate of food for somebody.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Yes.
I was wondering if you could tell us where we might find Ember.
Ember isn't not seeing any clients at the moment.
We're not clients.
Information. We are investigators.
Very well. In that case, that she is, I believe she will be in the traditional room next to the devil room. It's down that side.
Is that adjacent to the one we were...
He will point behind you towards me. Sorry, on the
So we're
round.
going to go back round.
Traditional
Rotunda.
room 1 or 2?
2, I believe.
As we go round, can I check all of the rooms that are marked as vacant/empty to ensure that they are indeed empty/vacant?
Okay, so the first room you come to is this one here.
Okay.
That is the nature room. Is that one marked empty?
That one sounds lovely.
Is it marked empty? I believe it is.
I thought would mark it as empty.
There would be
it's one of
a
those
big
symbols.
symbol.
Empty.
Yeah.
Because this one has pleasure in progress.
Okay.
There you go. And so this one in particular is empty. So yes, you open the door, and as you open the door, and kind of you look, there is a fog that kind of prevents your ability to see inside of it.
Checks
This particular one.
times.
It's like, Like
Have a look at the
like a
injury.
fog gate from Dark Souls.
Yeah. Can I kind of poke my head in and go, is anybody in there? Anyone in
Push
need
your
of
head
help?
through the fog.
Yes.
Cool. So I guess that what you three will see then is you watch as Victor puts his head through and vanishes. And you sure that everyone sees. Ooh, it's
To their own,
not
yes.
like that. Something happened. Oh, there it goes. As you are magically transported to a beautiful emerald-like glade.
Oh.
So, the nature room. Stepping into this room, the smell of cut grass and fresh water flows from inside. As you push your head through, you find yourself in a beautiful little glade where 2 trees hold up a hammock that gently sways in a soft breeze while a bubbling brook completes the idyllic nature scene. What's your passive perception?
13.
13 currently.
This is where the Starbull comes out of their smoke breaks behind one of the trees.
One of the trees is swaying in a way that looks rather more like a person than the unnatural breeze that's occurring inside this place.
Oh, I've started this, so I'll finish.
Choose your words carefully.
Not like that. Can I? Can I hobble across towards the unnaturally moving tree?
Sure. So as you kind of approach, it stops being a tree and starts being more of a person. You see a beard. You see a bit more definition to this thing. You see a chest. You see this kind of large creature rather than a person. And they are standing right there. And that's what he looks like. He is more. If you had not been completely paying attention in more an idyllic state, you might mistake him for a tree, but he's definitely more kind of like less tree and more man.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Do you live here, or are you hiding?
I live here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes. Now I was just doing a check of the rooms in case anyone was hiding out or in
one's
danger.
hiding.
Okay.
Not here anyway.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Oh well. Oh yes. Do you know anything of the events that have happened outside?
I know the Maven is gone.
Yes. Yes. Do you know anything more about that? We believe.
No,
Oh.
I know he is gone. His connection to this place has been severed.
Oh, I see. Could you sense if there was any influence that caused the severing of that connection?
Let me think. No.
Oh, okay. Well, yes.
Would you like to lie in the hammock?
Another time,
I don't want to lie
perhaps.
in the hammock.
So do I. It sounds lovely.
Yeah.
You need to cross the stream. I can lift you across if you like. And he kind of moves.
Yeah.
Holds out a hand, which will fit you.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah. It does actually look remarkably comfortable, but yes,
Stay,
I
then.
yes, no, I really should be going. Do you require anything?
Oh, the scratch of my beard is always lovely. If you are offering,
Well,
leans forward.
yeah, I will scratch his beard.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Have a berry.
Oh.
Drops a good berry into your hand.
Ah. No, thank you very much. Yes.
Presumably there is a card for service tops, and he does get that request sometimes.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, thank you for your time. Yes. Sorry. What was your name?
Oh.
Let me check my laptop.
Hooper. That's my name.
Ah.
I
Well.
forgot for a moment.
Lovely to meet you, Hooper.
I think you'll find it's Tree Daddy.
That's a nickname.
Yeah. Well, yes. I really should be. Is it just back that way? Is it?
Anywhere along the fog.
Yes.
Will
Okay.
take you back to where you're going.
Right. Well. Have a good day. And
Okay,
we'll
so
wander back
that
towards the-
conversation takes about 5-10 minutes. What do you guys do
Yeah.
while that's happening?
So this is real soft grass. Do we think it means the dry grass is real soft, or the grass is real and soft?
Information. It does not know. Query. Is there a comma?
There is no comma.
Information. It is likely that the real is a qualifier rather than the start of a list.
Fair enough.
Okay.
What's the next room along?
So that's happening. So now I need to duplicate the. I guess I can just take you back. It's fine. So I go to the edge, and it should automatically do all the bits. Cool. So the next room along is similar to the other one, except instead of fog, it's more like water. It's like
Oh, is this
Ocean
one?
room.
the ocean room. Yep. And you can't see anything beyond it.
Water breathing mer person. Gentle ooze for massages. Soft, gentle music. Jack's had to pay for college somehow.
Oh. There are worse places to work. If I'm honest.
Hell yeah, they are. Unionized.
Yeah.
Sorry, unionized.
Cool. That's something. So it takes him like about 5 to 10 minutes to come back. Are you guys going to jump into this room, or are you just going to like look at it and going, I just saw what happened to him. Do I want this to happen to me?
So is this unoccupied? We're going to go these one by one, or are you just going to?
It says mer person in there, so presumably there is staff in there.
Information. You should investigate the room.
All right.
You go in. Cool. Let me give you the change first. Doot. Please don't break. Thank you.
The transitions automatically load different music.
Love that. I got for a fancy. This is even the fancy stuff. As you open the door of this room, instead of a spacious bedroom, you are instead greeted by a solid wall of water. As you step into it, the expectation of cold and shock is instead replaced by a feeling of warmth and comfort as you are transported to what appears to be the bottom of the sea. A massive oyster rests atop a large stone outcropping complete with an oversized pearl, and resting nearby is a beautiful mer person. What's your passive perception?
15.
You notice that while just around the mer's person is fairly calm waters, the rest of the area appears to be too still to be natural and doesn't appear to actually be water at all, but rather something with a near identical translucency to it. Then you realize it's actually moving against the natural flow of water as if it had a will of its own. As you are kind of standing there, the mer person is this kind of very interestingly beautiful but androgynous person. And there they are. They are adorned with short brown hair, artfully done up in a bun, with small seashells and bits of coral are woven through the strands, adding a touch of the oceanic enchantment. A subtle splash accompanies the appearance of this blue-green tail. Oh, hello. How may I help you today? Can I interest you in massages, or perhaps just to relax and look up? Do you need anything that requires my services specifically? Please come, sit. You don't need to. If you float, you'll find you can remove yourself from the earth.
Monica is already floating
Sure.
absent-mindedly,
Yeah.
and she she's feeling a bit off kilter
Sure.
with this whole sensation. Like, I imagine that this is the first time she has actually gotten wet at all.
Sure. It is.
In a long time.
So, to your skin, this would feel cool, regardless of the fact that
the fact that it's cooling is as well. It feels almost soothing in a way.
She's extraordinarily insightful. She sees you're not moving quickly either. Are you injured in some fashion that requires you to have some aids? Would you like me to guide you here? I can ask Sly to move you if you wish. They are very gentle.
No,
I don't presume this, and you can say no if you wish, but Sly is very good at massages. They can work the kinks out and ease your pains. Please come.
No,
We all
I
come.
need my pain.
Oh dear. No. I do not know who told you such things, but no one needs pain.
No, I need my pain, and the water starts to pour all around her slightly. No, sorry. My pain has a purpose. My pain has a use. I will be using it, and hopefully at one point I can put it aside, but for right now...
If that is what you believe, that is what you believe. I cannot change your mind on this at all, and I have no hope to do so. I merely wish to say to you that the memory of pain is something that you can carry with you to guide you forward. The actual pain itself you do not need. And Sly is very good with massages, I promise you that.
Thank you, but no massages right now. I'm here for a purpose.
What is your purpose then?
I am one of the investigators.
Yeah. I had a feeling you'd be coming. What do you want to know?
Monica takes a second to gather her thoughts because this has been very unexpected. What do you know about what has happened?
I know that the Maven is no longer with us, and that is unfortunate because they were protecting many of us here. But there will be a new Maven soon, I hope. I must hope for such things. What are the two of you doing as about around this time you pop out?
I think as soon as Monica goes through the water wall and disappears and is out of sight and hearing,
people will turn to Raylan and say, oh God, what was it that caused Raylan to yell at people? I was trying to find it in transcript, but was it people wanting to stick around with the eye and ask more questions or something?
I know what my response was.
Because it was particularly, I can make you not be able to see. I can't precisely remember what it was.
Yeah.
It's sorry, I should have listened back to the episode. I just didn't get around to it.
No worries. That's right. If you want some time to think about it, we can go back.
Yeah,
to
let's quickly. You and I shall quickly peruse.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm.
Do you happen to have ties to the or former ties to the Red Lantern?
She kind of looks a little hurt. I do not mind you asking these questions, but I would prefer if you ask these questions much closer and sit next to me. Simply because of privacy reasons, if that's all right with you. Do you need help coming up, or are you all right on your own?
I can manage, and then we'll move across.
Managing is fine. If it's easier for me to help you, that is also acceptable.
No, thank you. Thank you for the offer. You're very kind, but...
I try my best. Please, sit. And you find there, when you get up over the lip, you can see into the pearl, and it is kind of like... There doesn't need to be soft things in this place, because you're constantly floating, but there is a kind of softness to this place. When you sink into it, it's like a clam's tongue. You kind of... And you feel... safe and protected in a very odd, soothing way. There are elements to this space that make it feel like home in a way that very few places can. You find you're breathing you know it's water, you are breathing it, but in a way that feels natural, not like artificial or magical. There is something strange in this place.
Okay, but this is still definitely underwater.
Oh yeah, you are definitely underwater. You're definitely floating. You're definitely floating. Like there is a wetness to this place, though human bodies cannot feel wet.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think Monica does not notice her own tears.
Okay.
Oh.
She definitely will. Oh dear. And she wipes your eyes.
No.
Because she can feel she can tell the difference between the saline and the pure end.
Monica will flinch back at that. No.
Apologies. I merely wish to wipe the tears from your face. It has been a long time since you have felt safe, hasn't it?
Yes.
You are safe here. No force. She thinks for a second. Well, they think for a second, sorry. No force that I know of can harm you here, or none that would be after you.
I'm just going to roll an insight check to see how much I believe her.
Sure.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh!
So, you get the feeling that that may have been true when the Maven was alive. With the Maven gone, they are not 100% sure of that, but they think that for now that would still be true, at least in this place.
Okay, well, in that case, Monica is going to take off her hat,
Cool.
which then
Reveals the old illusion.
and then is going to take off the mask and pull back the hood, and then
She doesn't recoil. They don't recoil. They don't even seem to do anything except look at you with not pity, but concern. And
I
kind
believe
of
this is the first time I've actually would have taken it off on
Sure.
camera, as it were.
yeah. So they look at you. Oh dear.
Actually, no, I believe I did reveal my face once, but not
You
in front
would've-
of any of these guys.
Yeah.
But there is a change.
Yeah.
My hair, which was a rich red,
Sure.
now is moving in the water differently to the water, almost like it's trying to catch fire.
Sure. Such things that have been done to you. You did not deserve them or warrant them, but it's all right. Here you are safe. You can be as you are, and beautiful in new ways. You may rest, you may sit, you may ask whatever questions you wish of me.
Yes, I came in here because we found a letter that was made reference of a link between a mer person and the Red Land.
Ah, yes. They always want me back. I do not mind telling you. I used to work there. Well, work is a strong word. I was enslaved. And then several of the gilded cages, talons, rescued me and brought me here to a place where I can feel safe and protected from those that would harm me. Like many people who find their homes here, including this one. And you see her kind of stroke something that you can't quite see, though now you're much closer, you can see this little guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Buddy. Oh, he's a little guy.
He's a
He's
little
just
guy.
a little guy.
She kind of strokes him and she kind of like, whoop. This is Sly, in case you were wondering. He's my companion. I take care of him and make sure that he is well fed and treats the guests well. He is the one who gives the massages. I merely offer an ear to listen.
Hello, Sly. It's very lovely to meet you.
I knew it was going to be that. I'm so happy.
So the Red Lantern.
Yes.
What can you tell me about it?
They are like many brothels within the city, abusive, exploitative, and only concerned with money. Their matriarch in particular, a dangerous woman. That is the summation I would give.
What is the matriarch's name?
Sonia.
Is that a name we recognise?
No.
Sonia.
Do not have anger in your voice for her. Your emotions betray you, and your anger for her is misplaced. She is hurting like many others. Her hurt is expanded outwards, but it is still hurt.
There are plenty in this world who are hurt.
Yeah.
That's what we do with the hurt.
Oh,
It defines who we are.
partially, yes. But everyone is in need of help. A safe place. In an arbor, a safe place for a hawk to come by. As you well know, Sonia likely never had a safe place. It sounds like you need a rest. Why not just stay for a little while? I will look over
There are
you.
people waiting for me.
Invite them in. They may rest as well. More the merrier.
No, not right now. We have a job to do.
Very well.
I
cannot keep
am
you.
tempted to come back.
Please do so.
I might see you again.
I would enjoy that greatly.
And then go back to looking like a
Yeah.
news girl or whatever
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
I said before. No, I was looking like a PI.
Yeah.
They go, my name is Davos, and I think that this illusion does not suit you as well as your real person. I hope one day you will be happy in the way that you look and the way that you are now.
I don't much care about the change in my appearance. It's more the fact that someone tried to kill me.
That is a fair reason to hide. Enjoy.
Thank you. I will.
Enjoy the rest of the Gilded Cage.
Thank you.
I hope you will come back.
Possibly see you again.
And they wave you goodbye, and you can float out.
We found it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It was about the letter
Sure.
that in the Maven's quarters that was to the next Maven.
Ah, right, you wanted to read
Because
it.
people
Yes.
wanted to read it because it contains information.
Yes.
And
That's what people does.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Which
Cool.
brings me to I think as soon as Monica disappears
Yeah.
and people thinks that Monica is sort of out of reality or whatever, and
Sure.
more Vex's in the other room, Pupil almost is like a lot of tension is released as it gets to ask questions that it felt like it couldn't for an hour or however long we've been here, which is information it does not understand.
What doesn't it understand?
Information it observes your anger, but it does not understand it.
You've mistaken. I'm not angry. Frustration, maybe.
Information you threatened it harm.
No, I did not.
Information
Very
you
clearly, I
threatened
did
it
not harm you. Nor did I threaten violence upon you.
Information you threatened to make it unable to see.
How is that harmful?
It truly doesn't understand the question. It looks at you like truly with a -3 deception, -2 deception now.
Hey!
Like even on passive, it's baffled by that question, as if you've said, "I'm gonna make you unable to breathe," and then you threaten to kill me. It's that.
Okay.
That's the level we're talking.
There are many secrets in this, or many pieces of information that you do not know. They do not all belong to you, nor are they all yours to know.
It would have been helpful.
How?
Information. It would have given us information.
How?
Information. We would have read it.
But how would that help us now?
Information. It does not know.
What if the information is harmful?
Again, that's really cooked its noodle quick.
Is there something that you don't want to know? That if I told you the answer right now, it would...
Information. No.
Truly nothing would scare you?
Okay, that's a much more interesting question than is there anything you want to know. Information. It cannot be scared. Information. It does not feel fear.
Feeling fear is different to not being able to be afraid.
Query. How?
You could truly experience fear, but then later only then realise why.
Query. What would this feel like?
That is for you to know, not for me to know. You are... I have observed you enough now to know that each person experiences fear in different ways. There is a fear for you out there. You just haven't found it yet.
Query.
It is information that you do not know.
Query. Why would it have created it if it could feel fear?
Who is it?
It is the pupil. It is the eye.
I have acquired information. I do not know the difference between those things. Explain.
Information. They are the same. The pupil is part of the eye.
They are not the same. It can be proven they are not the same because you call it different names.
Information. The pupil is part of the eye.
I'm trying.
I think it has very good insight, even if it doesn't have very good charisma.
Mm.
And as you get frustrated, it visibly shrinks in what is clearly fear, even if it doesn't call it that, and it doesn't have the capacity to call it that. Like a kicked dog away from, because this is what you looked like last time with the letter.
Last time.
Yeah.
What was that?
Information. You have threatened it harm.
You cannot be threatened if you do not feel fear.
I think it unsnaps the mask and both eyes from these weird angles swivel towards you and they're really searching into you to try and crucially, it's not casting detect thoughts. It's trying to work it out. It does not wish to be prevented from completing the objective.
Earlier you said anyone who prevents you from achieving the objective is an enemy. Does that make me your enemy?
Information. It does not know. Information. This is knowledge it would like to know.
How do we find out? Would you truly like me to prevent you from getting information?
Information. No. Query.
I could just reach.
What would it even do? I think it casts shield, as a complete reflex of and you get a splinter of memoria of where people learned the shield spell, which was, if you're okay with me just narrating this, it won't do anything to prevent. It's an instinct thing. The splinter of memoria you get, which sort of plays around, is people observed a gunfight between two rival gangs, and there was someone who got caught in the crossfire, a complete bystander civilian, who just crawled hands like this and was spared from the bullets by simple luck, and that experience, that emotion of oh shit, I'm gonna die, and then not dying somehow. That's the memorial, and that plays out around you, and you get both the information and the context of that. Of it feels so life-threateningly scared right now.
Drop, and I cast command to get him to drop the shield spell.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom save though.
Natural 20 for a 25.
I think that's a good point when the two of you exit from the thing at the same time and see this altercation reach its climb.
Pupil, I think you'll still see the shield, but Pupil is on the floor, like
Can I
towering
Sophie
from
Barbs
Raylan.
the...
Yeah.
Roll again? Mm-hmm. That is much lower. Oh, bollocks, I just told my phone to update accidentally.
No!
I've been trying to avoid that for so long. I was just so in the moment. Disagree! Haha, fuck you! Yeah, that's like a 7.
Yeah, so you
9.
You drop the shield, and then you two come out and you see this kind of... I guess you'd see Pupil on the ground.
Pupil's probably in a corner, like...
And you're already really small, and Raylan's already really towering big. So you see this kind of altercation, you come out and you see this, the two of them kind of in this situation.
To figure out what's
going
going on, what should I roll?
Inside. Definitely inside.
Just before I roll, just from a position, obviously you're carrying, but has Raylan moved at all?
All Aileen did is do that, shield went up, and I just clicked my fingers in that position.
So you're not quite looming over
No.
him? No, okay.
I will point out...
The reach out was a threat.
Yeah.
But it was never. I was intending if people hadn't moved, I was intending to do that.
Yeah,
never actually touch people.
Sure. Crucially, your Raven is not with you. Just to let you know.
Interesting.
Okay.
Do we know why?
Was he in?
No,
He never came into the building.
He's in the building.
Okay, but
You left him in a very particular room.
I honestly can't remember where we left him.
You left him drinking a shit ton of booze in
Oh!
his office.
Nice.
He is happy as Larry.
He is trashed, isn't he? Tiny bird, big bottle.
Yep. So
Okay, so I got a 19 on my inside.
So I think you have a good understanding of kind of this. This is an altercation that isn't. I don't think you would say it was going to turn violent. You just there was a.
It was a threat.
It was a threat. It was a kind of a spark of not an argument, but a disagreement, and just that's it, and that's all you saw. And I think.
And what do I get with a 5?
I think you see the worst possible outcome. You think Raylan was going to hurt Pupil. I think that's what you see.
But you probably read Pupil, you read Raylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I use disguise? Does disguise self-affect voice?
No, but I would say there's a realm of possibility for you to, once you're disguised, to be able to change your voice.
I only want a voice change.
Do you have thaumaturgy,
Prestidigitation?
Then that will do it.
I will do that, and then in Pupil's voice go, information, that is what fear feels like.
Ooh.
And I stand back, and I sort of resume a
So I think you
neutral
get
pose.
the purpose and intent behind that thing as he was trying to teach Pupil something. You maybe get that, but maybe you think he took it too far, or think that it was going to go further than that.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Okay.
I think Pupil is so mind-numbingly afraid that it is not even close to capable of starting a fight here. Like, this is something that...
It's gone to freeze.
Very much so,
Sure.
yeah. And...
Also, I hope that was okay.
Oh no, like, fuck dude, I'm learning this shit. This is... Somebody had to bite the bullet and be this guy, and I'm so glad it was you.
Monica was possibly going to get there eventually, but I think you've done it so much better.
Monica weirdly has become the positive influence for Pupil, and it's not necessarily negative, as in
It's because Pupil in this space has been so insistent on it. Like when we checked in, then later on with the letter.
Pupil has had no chill since we arrived.
Yes.
Yeah.
My God, what? And I'll rush as quickly as I'm physically able to over to Pupil. Yeah. My God, what happened? What did he say?
It was trying to understand fear.
Yes, okay. And
People look so small in the corner.
Okay. Well, and he will hand you the good berry. You should eat this.
It's this little perfect, absolutely beautiful little golden raspberry.
You are aware that pupil doesn't eat.
It's a very good point. I think with such a poor insight roll,
He might have forgotten.
That's entirely fair.
Yeah. In the panic, he will offer it, and then there's that awkward pause, and then yes.
Even for that information, what is the query? What is the purpose of this?
Well, it was to help cheer you up, and he will offer you a hand, and his other hand's kind of like gripping onto his cane, like. It's a 50-50 if you take his hand as to whether you'll both go toppling over or not at this stage.
Sure.
But yeah, come on, let's get you back up.
I think genuinely, pupil thinks it is in physical danger, or it is in what for it is effectively physical danger.
Yeah.
Information. It has additional questions for Raylan, but you must protect it.
Well. Yeah, yes, we can indeed be.
I'll look at you also. I have done nothing to it.
Yes. Well, I'm happy to be a mediator. We are also. Is there anyone immediately about?
Probably not at the moment. You can be isolated.
We are investigating a murder.
I thought we were enjoying the pleasures of this house. Is that not the case?
No, I was checking to see if someone was hiding out in one of the empty rooms. Did I not explain that?
You just kind of went in.
Yes, sorry, lost in thought. Yes, well, I had a thought that if someone had committed a misdeed and then got trapped by the lockdown, they might hide out in one of the empty rooms. Yes.
I went in there because of the letter from Roxanne.
Oh, I see. Did you find anything useful?
Given that you've got your hidden mask back on and your glamour back up, do we notice anything different about...
Monica's not even wet. Ooh. Doesn't do.
Feel free to roll an
trap
insight
water
check.
thing.
It's going to be a high DC, I think.
Natural 20.
With
That's what it
Raylan's
does when you're on
bonus,
a 20. Nice.
with Raylan's bonus, he has an insight into what does Monica feel the best way to light her.
I think Monica is on the verge of dissociating right now. Or feels like she's just having come back from that.
Yeah, like she should have. Like, does she get? You get a feeling of like Monica really wanted to stay there, and because of obligation she left. And if everything else was gone, she would just have stayed in that room for a lot longer.
Monica doesn't know, and that is what is concerning to her.
So crucially,
she could see a world in which she would have stayed in there.
So crucially, the way this I always read it inside is like so right. Inside of yourself is one thing. Inside of other people, figuring out what you are and what is true is much deeper, especially for something like Raylan with extraordinarily high wisdom and insight and rolling a natural 20. What is the truth?
Oof.
Monica found unexpected comfort in that room that she was not looking for, not ready for, wasn't aware that it could be like that. She's had a lot to take in on a personal level and is still processing it.
Yeah, I think you see Monica as a different person than she was when she went in a profound way. And I think maybe Raylan threw away his card early on, thinking this place was one thing, and maybe that this experience, whatever happened in there, maybe that's changed something. I don't know.
feels like we need to have a drink.
The moment you think that, a man walks by holding a basically like a platter. You called.
How extraordinary.
Drinks? What would you
Yes.
require specifically?
Yes. Oh well. Are we having that drink?
Certainly feels like we
Yes.
need to take a little bit of a rest.
Okay. Yes.
Might I
Well,
recommend one of the rooms, perhaps? There's several empty ones, and you can have a drink there. Perhaps the green room is quite popular for people who want to sit and have a drink.
Empty.
I believe it's empty at the moment.
Sure.
Yeah.
Head to the room. You pass by a few. You do pass by Dungeon Room 2, just so you're aware. Fairy Tale Room, which I believe is the one with the chandelier.
Oh, we need to go in there.
Is that room occupied?
No.
Okay.
The Devil Room. Traditional Room 2.
That's where. Oh no, that's not where Ember is.
Yes, it is.
It is. That's what Ember is. Okay, so make a note of that, but come back to it later.
You also pass by the Water Bathroom 2, and everyone make me perception check as you're going by. So I want to know who that's the highest in this case.
What's right? Perception.
Yes.
13.
13?
13.
10.
10?
8.
8.
3 on the dice.
Raylan gets it. Raylan, as you're passing by, these placards are kind of sitting on these little, if you see on the map, they're on there. They're little things.
Oh, little plinth things.
Oh yeah.
The one in front of there, where it says...
Which room specifically?
The hot tub 2. I can't remember. It's hot water room 2?
Hot water room 2.
Hot water room 2. It has a thing that says pleasure in progress. That's blinking. Coming in and out.
Oh.
Oh.
But right next to it is Dream Room.
Should we flag someone down?
Don't want to retcon completely, but do we happen to notice what happened when these two went into their respective rooms? Is it magically changed when they went in? Or...
So when they went into those specific rooms, there was like a wall, and as they stepped through, they went...
No, but they had placards outside the rooms, right?
Oh, yes,
Did
they
that
would have magically changed, yes. They would
magically
have
changed?
thunk, and there was a
Right,
pleasure
so-
in progress as
Yeah.
it shifted. Yeah. Sorry. Misunderstood what you meant.
Something appears to be in flux at this one.
Oh yes.
Should
Yeah.
we flag down a waitstaff and ask if that means anything specific? Then maybe someone's calling for room service.
Well, we are the investigators. Although, yes. Should we perhaps
really wanted a drink and someone appeared? It feels like if that was just a request for refreshments, it would not need to flash.
Yes.
Do you have the thought of, I want
To speak to
somebody
someone.
Speak to somebody? Okay.
Yeah.
Immediately somebody appears and just is like, how can I help you?
Is this? We're not sure whether this one is
Sees
occupied
the
or
things
not.
flashing. I will need to go get somebody. I cannot open that door,
Because
unfortunately.
why?
He passes his hand through his own torso.
Ah,
I mean, I can
Wait,
open the
why
door
is the
if
door
that's
flashing?
appropriate. What does it signify?
It signifies is that somebody is in some kind of distress. They are on the border between life and death.
Okay, open the door.
yeah. Again, because he's rolled really badly, he will hand him the drink, which will immediately just clatter to the floor. Yeah.
No,
Apologies.
so when
Yes.
when drink is handed to him, he takes it. He
Oh.
can hold the drink.
Oh, cool, perfect. Okay.
But yes, so as you open the door,
Oh no, that's blood.
as you open the door to this room, you are instantly hit with the feeling of stepping into somewhere damp and humid. As the steam clears from your vision, you behold a beautiful round pool bubbling, heated below. Lying in the pool, her arms outstretched and blood slowly seeping out from wounds in her wrist. Are you okay? Okay. Is a frail
Thank you for checking in, though. Appreciate it.
brown-haired woman.
This one is not a fog gate like
No.
the
It's just like, it's foggy because it's...
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
But it's not like we're not going extra dimensional or anything
No.
Can I rush over it as quickly as?
Sure. You rush over, jump into the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also rushing over.
Yeah, two of you.
Spare the dying.
Cool. That instantly stops
it will be a
the
portion.
wound's gonna
Yeah, a potion of. And then can I kind of pull her out of the water?
You pull her out. She is a small, thin woman with pale skin and long, curly brown hair. It's kind of like matted and pulled down. She actually is in a dress, but it's just waterlogged. Looks like it's homespun and seen far, far better days. Her hands are also rough, as you are kind of like examining her and using the spell.
Cool. Can I do a medicine check to see if this was self-inflicted or
make a
it
medicine
staged
check, yeah.
by someone else?
That's the person.
Maggie. That's going to be 14.
I don't know that you can make me an investigation check tied with that one, because it's
Okay.
more about.
Sure. That's much better. Dirty 20.
As you quickly look around the room, you see a small blade sitting nearby the tub. It's very clear that this was a self-inflicted. This was an attempt.
Okay.
The berry.
I was also going to cast Cure Wounds. From a medical doctor point of view, am I likely to cause more harm shoving a berry down her throat because I don't quite know how it.
So it is a good berry, so it does have magical components to it. But feeding somebody while they're unconscious is always risky.
Yeah, that's what I. So can I cast Cure Wounds then in that
Yes,
case?
you can cast Cure Wounds.
If I can find my D8.
A creature has to use its action to eat a good berry.
Cool, perfect. That's going to be 7 hit points.
Okay, so she.
Yes, ma'am, are you okay?
Kind of doesn't really understand where she is, but she kind of looks around at all of you. You're soaked. The two of you are standing at the door, I assume, still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think people are standing at the door. The people are standing back against the wall in like this corridor, so like there.
Cool. So she can't even see you. She... And she doesn't say anything because there's conflict in her face, and she doesn't really know what to do and what to say or what to think or even do. Like, her hands are just kind of standing like in front of her, and she's staring at her wrists where the wounds are now closed completely, and just looks up at you with these eyes that are deep and sunken and full of despair.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
It's the look that she's given. Is she disappointed that she's still alive?
Ooh. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that is a natural 1.
You don't know. I think.
Inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Oh. That is another natural 1.
Wow.
The dice don't want you to know shit.
No.
But you're there as well. You can make the same insight check if you want.
That's a 14 total.
Is that another natural 20?
No, 24.
Oh, very shiny. 24. So I think you get... There is an element of that, but there's an element of the reason behind it is something that is a situation that has occurred. There's a it's not a my life is terrible, I've gotten to a point where it's gotten too far, and that kind of pathway. It's more like something has changed drastically and pushed something so far outside of or whatever thing that meant that I did this. It's not there is a years of sorrows pressure on her, but there's also something has
there was an inciting incident to this in addition to a general pattern.
Yes.
What drove you to this? Please.
Make a persuasion check.
$11.
I don't think she answers you. I think she just continues to stare at her wrists.
Are you?
She's too weak to move. She's still lost a lot of blood.
Is she staff or customer? Can we tell that at a glance?
Hmm?
Can we?
Ooh. I don't think you'd be able to tell. But based on her clothing and how, like, its cost, you don't think she's staff.
I was assuming that she was public because the plaque in front was
That's true.
blinking.
That's good. That's a good assumption as well.
Who made you do this?
Ooh. Make an intimidation check.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Yeah. Which way round is that? That is... Oh no, that's only a 10.
Yeah, she doesn't really respond. She just kind of... It's like... She kind of like flinches away from the intimidate, the aggression. But beyond that, she just kind of just... like slinks back into the...
Okay. And he'll just kind of, almost unceremoniously, just kind of...
put her back in the water.
Yeah, not push her under, but kind of... I'm not going...
I didn't think you were trying to...
You
drown
just
her all of a sudden.
disengage.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fine. And he will take a dagger, and... Because is that like a wooden surface there? Like a...
Yeah.
Yeah. And he will stab that into the table and he goes, okay, that's for you. You can use it on yourself or whoever made you do this. If you don't want help, fix your own problems. And he will just walk out.
Sure.
Without the cane? Without using the cane?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You see Victor leave. Sorry. You see Victor leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Victor.
Yeah.
right. Okay. So, what does Monica do? She's sitting and she hasn't like kind of moved from where she's.
As Richtov walks past, I go, welcome back.
Thank you.
She's kind of looking to you and to the dagger and trying. It's like she's trying to make a decision here.
If I can, I'd like to help with these things that are ailing you.
Make a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage.
Okay, I'll take that because the first dice was a 4.
16.
Worse.
Oh.
She, she just kind of, she says,
So it's 5 total.
unless you can bring back the dead, I don't think anyone can help me.
How loud does she say that?
Not particularly loud.
Okay.
Maybe loud enough for Raylan to hear. He's close enough to the door.
How common is... I mean...
Resurrections are rare.
Remember,
And they're
There's
controlled.
100,000 leaves.
Depending on if you have body, how long ago it happened,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
We do have the Maven's body, but
You
there's
do,
been
yeah.
no indication that he wanted to be resurrected.
Yes, that's the other thing. They have to want to come back.
We brought you back, didn't we?
Ooh, make me a persuasion check. You have advantage for that, because you said something very specific.
Nice.
That is an unnatural 20.
Can you really bring the Maven back, then? You can put it...
Seeing what sort of state she's in, I will... Yes.
Make a deception check.
It's truthful.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. Ooh.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Maven's a station.
Ah, the Maven is a station.
Yeah.
Technically.
Oh, that is it.
Oh,
Which I love.
grotesque lie.
Yeah.
It is, but it's not.
But it's a grotesque
on the
lie
back from
that
the
comes
bank.
from a persuasion check.
It's the monkey paw request.
Yeah, it
Granted.
really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so make another persuasion check with advantage. That's such a weaselly
As a 14.
14. I think that's enough in this case. She looks at you, and there is a hope in her eyes that you did not see before. You can really. This is my only place of solace. The only place I find rest from the toil of outside. I come and I rest in the warmth of the water. I speak to Davos, and I am whole again for another week.
What makes you think that's going to go away?
I know he's gone. I know they're going to replace him with somebody else.
How did you find out?
I overheard Ember. I heard her say, and I heard her wails from the door, though I have not heard them in some time now. I assume she has gone to sleep. I could not bear to see them. I could not bear to see this place handed over to people that would not keep it the way it is. That I would be barred for being as I am, for being poor.
What makes you think that's going to be what happened?
Make a persuasion check, both of you can.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh,
Do I have advantage on this?
No.
4.
She goes, Raven is popular. If it was down to that, they would give it to her, but she is something else. She is cold to anyone who is not, or she deems beneath her station.
Does that include you?
She was mean, but as much as I love Ember, she will not. She if there was a chance that it would have been a Raven, and I would be kicked out of here, and I would have nowhere safe. But if you said that you can fix this, I am a seamstress, the hand weavers and spinners. I can make you clothing and fine things if I just have the time and the materials. I am talented. I do not have much money, but if you give me the materials, I can make you things for saving the Maven. I would do that.
Of that I have no doubt, but I do not require your payment. The world is a much more balanced place with you in it.
I think she gets out of the pool, weak as she is, and wants to take your hands to kind of say thank you. And if you let her, she will, wet as they are. Thank you. I have meager means, but whatever I have is yours.
Absolutely no need.
I think she looks behind her and sees the pool of her own blood kind of running through, and kind of looks down the hallway and sees a towel and grabs it and kind of wraps herself in it. I think I will go to another room and let them clean this one, and I will find a place for me to rest. Thank you. Thank you again. I must know your names, so I might find you again.
I'll extend a hand and go, Richtov, pleasure to meet you.
She extends a hand. And
Pleasure
finds,
to save you.
Yes, you were the one.
Or me.
Oh, a dickhead!
Thank you. Yes, you healed my wound. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. The gift of the knife was a bit.
It was a bit much, but
It was a lot, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you?
Raylan.
Raylan. A kind name. And you?
Monica.
And she takes your hand as well. Thank you. If there's anything you ever need, clothes, hats, haberdashery, garter belts, stockings, shoes, socks, I can sew it all.
I may have use of your services at some point.
Of course. I mean, I can't afford any materials, but
No, of course.
thank you. Thank you. I look forward to him back. Okay, and she kind of toddles off down to one of the other rooms. She finds, she sees the traditional room, knows that she's in there. She moves in. Probably goes into the fantasy room.
With a chandelier.
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 Chandelier helps everybody.
But has a bed.
Richtoff will hold out his hand and then go, I wish I had that drink back.
Like Mjolnir to Thor.
A little bit, yeah.
Right, I'm going to see Ember now.
Yes.
Relevant information.
Sure.
So a conversation I just had with Rich is whether Raylan would have looked around to Pupil at any point during that exchange.
Cool.
Roll quite well on your insight. And what I divulged via text to Rich was that he could see Pupil trying to decide whether Pupil was more scared of Raylan or the thing that wants Pupil to go and look at stuff.
Ooh.
And this is relevant to two of my goals, which is why I bring it up.
Okay.
Because Pupil figured out that what Pupil wants, the lowercase it,
Yep.
would ideally be to figure out what it wants. But what it really wants right now is security and safety and not to be harmed. Because nice things are going to have to wait, because right now what we want is to not be hurt. What it wants is it wants the fear, it wants the information, but it doesn't care about any particular skein or strand of information, because otherwise it would have stepped in to make people do it.
Yep.
As it was getting perfectly well enough fear off of Pupil to satiate its needs.
Cool.
Lovely, thank you. Just the one? It's a blue.
That's the one.
Cool, yeah.
It's almost always just going to be one.
Yeah.
There's just going to be one black one in there. That's what he's waiting for us to draw.
Yeah. On that insight, you will have picked up, I think, most of that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Given that I picked that up, I'll go back over to you. What will it take to restore our previous alignment?
This is interesting because people picked up on a word that you said was the world is a more balanced place.
Mm-hmm.
Query. What you wish for is balance.
Yes.
Information. It must see. It must observe. It is an observer. It is a people.
Then go forth and observe.
I think. I think it's going to assume, somewhat naively, that's what you meant, so he's going to say, information. You will not prevent it seeing. Again, you'll get that it is basically that what it has read from this interaction is that you have agreed that you will never prevent it from observing anything.
Ooh. There is a whole world out there of information, and I will allow you to look at 99% of it.
Information. It does not understand. Query. Why is there 1% of the world it cannot observe?
Because it is mine.
That is the perfect answer. That is genuinely the perfect answer. Information. Very well. And I think you see the actual fear melt out of it and just go. Because it has been given instruction from an authority figure that it fears, that claims ownership over things the pupil that are not its purview.
Okay.
Yeah. That done. Solid.
What's the 1% called?
I don't ask those questions.
No, Richtov is.
Sorry, that was sort of a joke out of character, but in character. The pupil doesn't ask those questions.
Yeah. What's
Not
the
my-
1%?
not my
What's the 1%?
Spill your secrets. I'll spill mine.
I think you already know my secrets.
Oh. You are a wide canvas, and I only see a little speck of paint. I'm sure there is much more underneath the layers.
Yes. Very well.
Query. How will it determine which parts of the world are yours?
I will let you know.
Information. Very well.
Where do you
Monica
That's a
has
solid
walked
rule
up.
that it can follow, and it loves that.
Monica's walked up to, was it traditional room 2 where Ember is?
Yep.
We're skipping the drink then. Cool. Well, he'll continue.
yeah, you've got the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the drink with
Yeah.
you. Yep. Okay, you go to traditional room 2.
Does it say pleasure in progress in there?
No, it does not.
Okay, well in that case, yeah, pop open the door.
Okay, as you open the door, you see inside. Hold on, where's it one? Gilded cage rooms, traditional room
You
2.
have access to Discord, Brad.
I do. Oh no, am I getting secret messages? I like secret messages sometimes. Is everyone alright, by the way?
Yes.
I will check with Joe in a
Yeah.
minute. That was a tense one.
But
You okay, Joe?
Jim Dandy.
Cool beans. Just checking.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
Ow.
Yes, you easily see it. It's right there. It's sitting right next to it. Do you go off from them when they go up to Ember's room?
No.
Okay, you stay with them.
And feel free to roll. Anyone who wants to feel free to roll insight.
I'm curious what you think is in there.
Natural 20.
As we head towards whatever room we're heading to next, I can't remember the name of it, but you see a wave of relief go over right now.
Ooh, curious.
What was that answer?
As he,
whereabouts?
I think you
As
would
we-
have clocked his eye go towards the
Dream.
placard, yeah. And then that, as you move away, you see the wave of relief.
which one was the dream
The
room? Was
very
that-
end hall.
That one.
Oh, that was the one we were going to.
Yeah, yeah. You were 2 steps away from it.
Yeah.
Is it one that matches the card that you were given originally?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember if that one does.
Curiosity, wasn't
I think that one's adventurous. The sword.
it? Dream, yeah.
Yeah, could be wrong. Could be curiosity.
Sword.
Yeah.
Can I have a look at the card for Dream, please?
Through
Because,
the
you know, as I noticed that, I'll look over and I'll clock. And then I'll just not mention it.
Cool. So, inside the traditional room 2, so you open the door. Inside this room is a beautiful set of wooden floors and a 4-poster bed. A large chandelier hangs from the ceiling, providing randomly mood lighting for the room, along with 2 tables with a selection of items for consenting couples to enjoy. Lying on the bed is a young, beautiful, infernal-touched woman wearing relatively modest clothing. Her fire, red eyes, and long tail are quite striking. She is currently asleep. All of you have geez, I need to roll my passive perception checks on this. This one's a 10, and I'm like, that's...
We got it.
yeah, all of you. It appears as though she has been crying most of the night.
We got that from the several people have said that they've heard her cry.
Yeah.
That's what she looks like.
Right.
Something else want to-
I think I
Can we
might
open the
knock
door?
loudly on the open door.
Let's see if she wakes up. She might not. She does not wake up.
Can we open the door just so that we can actually see what the room looks like?
Yeah.
So.
Can you pass me the case file?
This one here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a beautiful room. Probably the finest room everyone except for Victor has seen. Actually, no. You, maybe.
Cobblons?
Yeah. Because they would have this kind of like classic room. Traditional rooms are very, very nice. There are bottles of wine in here. There is a chair. There's a dresser. It is...
Are there any possessions, notes, anything like that have been laid down on the table? Or anything like that?
No, because that would have been delivered to her home. No.
He'll walk up to her.
Cool. She's sleeping peacefully.
He will gently shake her,
Okay.
not out of respect, more out of fear of getting stabbed.
Sure. You shake her. She kind of like jerks with a start. Her shoulder-length red hair kind of like moves to the side, and she has these piercing red-yellow eyes as she looks up at you, kind of, and sees. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have fallen asleep. Do you want to use the room?
No.
Information. You are Ember.
Yes. I'm not taking any clients.
Information.
now.
We are the investigators.
Investigators? Oh,
Yes.
I guess they must have.
We're
hired-
here to investigate the reason why you're crying.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I guess I can help or answer.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
What were you doing?
I'll make sure the door is closed behind us for some privacy.
I was crying.
No. Before that,
What do you mean?
at the moment of the Maven's demise.
I was with a client. I can't tell you any more than that. Confidentiality is important, but I was with a client.
And then there will be a slight change. Like, he doesn't physically change, like if you're looking for the normal symbols, but he will sit down next to her and kind of gently embrace her, and will and this is going to be a deception roll, but yeah, because look, I understand that this is a difficult time. We're just trying to piece together people's locations. Yeah.
That deception.
Yep. 22.
Now I have to look up her stat.
Every part of the dark triangle.
Yeah.
Now I have to look up her stat. Where is she?
There's something oddly rehearsed about what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is the worst person in this campaign, and why is it Richtov?
Okay, so
You're not a person, so your character's not a person.
And the people isn't even the worst.
So you definitely be her.
People's
She seems to-
scary
she kind
little
of
guy.
melts into your embrace
Yeah.
and kind of just allows you to hold her, and she returns it. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, 20. That's a dirty 20.
There is a moment where Richtov. This is an interesting question. This is going to sound weird. What is Richtov's relationship with his mother? Does he have the same relationship that Victor does, or is it different?
Was that the same person? Well, we don't know, but...
Does he even have a mother? Is
I-
Victor his mother?
Look on me.
God, that's a really interesting question. There is probably respect, and
So this this is a woman. They both share a they share a bond that is positive.
Yes, yeah, it's positive, probably bordering on love as much as that is physically capable for him.
Sure. This is hard then. There is something about the way she is embracing you, Richtov, that is such a reminder of the way that your mother would embrace you, that it is causing some very complicated, emotions in you, in such that you can either do one of two things as Richtov. The deception ceases being a deception, it becomes truth, or you can let Victor take back control.
I don't think he would relent control. Oh, God.
Spicy question.
I've made it hard.
Okay, no, he's going to lean into it. He's going to remain in control. And yeah, it's no longer a deception. We need to find out who did this, and they will be punished accordingly. That is a promise.
Thank you. I was with like I said, I was with a client. Thank you for holding me.
Of course.
I'm all right now.
Okay. He'll release.
Yeah. I get the feeling you needed that more than I did.
He will glance nervously to the door at the other people who are to Raylan, to Pupil, to
Query. If you are to become the new Maven, will you undertake to prevent poor people from accessing this space?
No. Everyone
Query.
should be.
Would Raven?
I like to think she would do.
Insight?
Yeah.
16. 17.
I think in this case she's a very poor liar. And she is a very poor liar.
She's worried that she would, even if she doesn't.
No, she knows. She knows
Okay.
she would.
Okay.
She wants to believe better, but there is not a small part of her that knows the reality of the situation and goes, no, this is... And you get, with that 16 insight, part of what makes Ember special, and it's mostly because of this interaction here, is that she has such a gift for understanding what people need and want, that she does it unconsciously.
could Raven have killed Maven?
No.
Yeah, it's like that.
No.
I can't remember.
It's 11.
You don't think she's capable. You don't think Ember thinks she is capable of it. You don't think she's
We asked
of the type.
Ember.
But that could also just be that she is that naive.
It could be that she's
And then
naive.
if we think that Raven could have killed the
I
maid.
don't want to cause any further distress, and weirdly he genuinely believes it at this moment. But we
more confident for himself.
we just need to rule them out. Do you know where they were?
They left before anything happened. I remember that. Yeah, she was. I guess she was kind of in a hurry. I guess.
Would she leave a client halfway through?
Yeah, probably.
I see.
Do you know what she was doing just before she left?
I think she was with a client in one of the dungeon rooms, I think. I don't usually go into those ones, despite the way I look.
There's nothing wrong with how you look.
Was that a Victor or a Rector?
That was a
That's a
Richtov.
Richtov.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
I think the head is snapped like 90 degrees to the
What the
left.
fuck happened there?
Genuinely baffled it.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, out of the poisons that I obtained, do any of them cause sleep?
Yes. The drow one does.
Yeah, why have I not noted that one?
I don't remember if you've got that one specifically, but drow does, and there's a few other ones you've got that do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out if Richtov has got drow poison. He's got torpor.
Are you just looking for something to knock her out?
Not knock her out, to help her sleep.
He's actually being kind.
Yeah. Because we've woken her
I
up.
think genuinely what might have happened at this point is people so confused about what the fuck happened there. People is reading your surface thoughts. Would Richtov's surface thoughts denote that he is trying to help her sleep?
Yes. There is zero ill will towards this person. He has not made any insight checks as to whether she's lying or not. He just believes what she said.
Query, would you like me to make Ember sleep?
Painlessly?
Information, yes.
Wait, would you like help getting back to sleep?
That would be really lovely thing.
Sleep.
She doesn't have enough voice.
Yeah, okay, let's get back in.
So she's out.
Yeah.
Falls back asleep in the most graceful position possible.
Very nice of you.
She has the
Flash you a
strange.
look of pure evil, but
There is a
zero defense against
There
it.
is a. In the strangest possible way, she has duality of she sleeps like an angel and yet looks the way she does. She is a anomaly in many ways.
Is she on top or underneath the covers?
She'd be on top of them. She probably fell asleep on top of them. Do you put her cover on?
Yeah, I'm going to put the covers over her. Okay.
She stirs a little bit, but not much.
Query, what is different about this person?
Nothing. That's a lie.
Surface thoughts?
The ability to lie has completely left the
I just got a
room.
natural 20 on the inside.
Yeah. Okay. I'll deal with that.
I'll join the party, 23.
Okay, 25 total.
That's a lie. I think if anyone attempted to harm her, he would genuinely fight to death, attempting to stop that from happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is not the Richtov we know.
No.
No, this is the new one. This is Victol.
Viktov.
God. My third character sheet. No.
Just wait till we fix out Rictor.
He's the one that can cause earthquakes, right?
So, surface thoughts, you would probably, the image of his mother would flash up, which I think are amazing.
Oh!
Does indeed have a picture.
Oh, of course.
I don't know if I have it on me though.
Yeah.
Is there? Because she.
The name would not be included, so we might have to cover that bit up. But
Nope, that's not it. If I don't have it, then I know where I can find it.
Is the person a lizard folk?
Yes, though not as extreme as.
Yeah, as Victor and Richtov.
Yep.
So what I see is presumably an older beastkin with lizard blood. Yeah, cool.
although not that much older than he currently is, if I'm remembering things
Gotcha.
correctly.
You
yes.
So I have an
It
image
is an
that's-
old image, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need the right thing. I don't think the name is on that file, so it's
Interesting.
Nope.
I realised whilst you're searching this, I realised I forgot to say earlier that I've spent some goal points.
Ooh.
I bought a proficiency.
Investigation.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, that.
20.
Yeah.
We had 20 points, and the cost of 20 for a.
I never sent you a picture of her.
No.
That's good. It's the context more than the
Yes,
images
yeah.
important
Cool.
right now. Yeah.
Right.
I told you there are more secrets for us to uncover.
Apparently so. And he is genuinely surprised at that. But
So
yes.
you shut the door behind
Yes.
you and
Yeah,
I
close
will
it gently.
walk past you and look over her.
Okay.
He's not leaving the room until you have left, but he will allow you to approach, but he's
Sure.
watching you like a hawk. Proceed.
This is a beautiful young woman, probably in her 20s, maybe early 30s, but it's hard to tell. With anyone who's touched, their age gets very difficult to tell. She is sleeping softly, but she has been crying for quite a long time, so her eyes that would ordinarily be kind of, especially underneath, would be very like this soft kind of pink skin is slightly turned red, but her beauty is unmistakable. Like, it is, she is probably one of the most beautiful creatures you've ever seen. Though to you, specifically, you've seen Davos, and she nearly rivals them. And to rival a mer person in beauty is quite a feat.
I would love your insight, and I look at you directly in the eyes. How do you think she'll fare with power?
Quite well. She's certainly my preference out of the two.
Good to know. And then leave.
Leave the room. Cool. So, by leaving the room, you shut the door behind you softly, I imagine, as quiet as possible. What's your next, gentleman?
Information. It has 2 queries.
I haven't prevented you from asking the question, just whether the information is going to be given.
First query. Is that room down there part of your domain? And it will point down to the dream room that you had the reaction about. Is people not allowed to ask about it?
So, it's not whether I ask it, it's what emotion will go through it. I was just asking the question.
Okay.
He will button up. You'll have to roll an insight for that, I think.
Is it going to roll insight? It doesn't... I don't think it rolls insight.
Mike, I'm going to make one.
It is
thing.
waiting for a concrete answer, because you said you would give it a concrete answer.
Victor can see everything Victor can see, but Victor can't see anything Victor. I think in this one instance...
Repeat the exact phrase.
Victor
Is it in your
can
internet?
see-
Is it very much the spirit of the question was,
that he
is this
thought
one of those
forever.
things that is yours and it shouldn't look
Yeah,
at?
that makes sense.
That is a different question.
Okay. That is the question it would have asked.
Yeah. Definitely need one of those.
I think that's my first white one.
See, I'm trying to get the...
Okay.
Because as a literal question, the answer would be no, but I don't think that's the question you're asking.
Pupil is asking the literal question.
That's green.
Whether you give it the
Ooh.
answer...
Huh.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Me?
No.
No.
I've got a green one.
You got a green one!
I told you there was a different colour in there that's going to trigger something.
It looks white, but if you put light under it, it turns green. Hold on. If you shine light on it.
Oh, the actual token. Oh gosh, I'm going to check mine because I got...
No, that one's definitely, you can tell the difference between that one and the other ones.
21.
No,
Yeah.
Neat.
Sorry about that, but
That's right.
needs must.
Oh, the intrigue is so high.
Query. Are the 2 cards you took from the man imprisoned in the cage part of your domain?
No.
Information. Query. Should we investigate the Red Lantern?
Yes.
Query. How will this further the investigation?
Oh, no, I want to investigate it for my own purposes.
I don't know. I don't think they're involved in this instance.
Yes, you have unfinished business that you may need help investigating. And as he says investigating, he will like touch the dagger in his hilt, like indicatively.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not subtle.
This is how I'm keeping my options open there.
Of course.
Do you get any reaction from you?
Regarding...
So Pupil has asked me openly about having the 2 business cards for the Red Lantern.
Oh, right, yeah. So, you grabbed the business cards, because I had a look and he mentioned them and I couldn't see them.
I didn't feel like he needed them anymore.
Good to know. I'd very much like to have one of those cards at some point. Of
course.
Okay, thank you very much.
Where to next, gentlemen? Do you leave the Gilded Cage? Do you investigate other rooms?
I mean, I want to check out the other rooms, but that's out of character.
And one more thing, you're not rolling insight because you just wanted the.
I think it's looking for
literal answer.
a literal answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will roll inside on
Yes.
Yeah, it's looking for a binary yes
Yeah.
no.
that. That is cocked.
God, I'm curious about why you don't want to go in that room, though.
24 insight.
So the answer was, is that your domain? I say no, and there is anger in that.
So you win. I would choose to interpret that as you. It is not your domain, and you are angry that it's not your domain.
Yes.
Because you wish that it was, or because it's something that's out of your control that you feel should not be, or something along those lines. Like you feel like you are owed control over dreams, maybe.
You get. It's not. You get a sense of loss behind that anger, as if something was taken.
Do you want to take it back?
It's not here.
Again, I think you.
We had this conversation earlier. This is a place of false promises, of fantasy. There's nothing real or tangible to be gained out of any of these rooms.
I see. It will show you something you've lost, but the thing that you've lost is not here.
Sure.
Once again, I think from the query, from the way that people phrase that, like, or just on passive insight, you'll get that this bit of information is not more tantalising than any other bit in the world.
Mm-hmm.
What it needed to know was whether you'd be angry if it went out near it accidentally, etc. Yeah.
So 16 on insight. Was the sure you've got it correct, or you can believe that if you want?
You can believe that if you want.
Okay.
I love how smoothly we worked together as a team in the first case, and then everything has fallen the fuck apart.
This adventure leg is designed such that it is very psychologically taxing in a lot of ways.
Yet satisfying.
I'm going to poke my head in that door.
In that room, the
dream
room.
The dream
Cool.
room. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see what.
If you want to move the token down there, by all means.
Game is paused.
Oh, is it? Oh, my bad. There we go. Unpause.
Oh, that was a real final note of the
Yeah, that
compare,
was.
so enter there.
Okay. So you open the door. As you open the door to this room, you're immediately subjected to the strong sense of rich and warm blend of fragrances: sandalwood, myrrh, frankincense, spices, and the sweet undertones of dried fruits. A huge pile of cushion lies in the center of the room. In the center is a large device with many pipes coming off of it, each with a small tube at its end. At the far side is a shimmering curtain. Do you continue to look in the room?
Yeah, what's behind the curtain?
It's interesting you ask that. As you wait for a second, the curtain shimmers and parts slightly, and out steps a friendly-looking older man in a purple suit with a large hat and well-groomed white beard. He's of average height with a well-trimmed beard and mustache. He has a large purple hat atop his head with a brass gauge sticking out of it and a similar one on the tie around his neck. His eyes are blue in a way that defies logic, as he has a face that always seems to have a smile just around the corner. And to give you a specific description on what he looks like, this is the man you see. And he bears a striking resemblance to Robin Williams.
Oh.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
How can I help you today? You coming in? What are you? Hi.
Yes.
Are you coming? Come in.
He will step into the room.
Good. Sit. I will.
One moment. Do you represent something that's been taken from somebody else?
No. Of course not. I do not. I don't represent any of those things. I represent me, myself, and I, and no others.
Yeah, I see.
Why would I represent that? Why would I take things? I can give you things you would like. Which would you like? Would you like...
Have you recently found your independence in this place?
No. I'm doing a favour. A favour for others. I do all kinds of favors. I can...
See.
What... I should explain what this room is, shouldn't I? That's
Why not?
probably why you're confused. You've got the look of confusion. Are you alright? Are you well? Are you pregnant? I need to make sure.
No, I'm not pregnant.
Are you of a strong constitution? Do you have a bad back of any kind?
Not at all.
How many backs do you have?
One.
One. I had to check, make sure. Right, good. Very well. Inside this room, I can make you experience whatever emotion you would like, of any kind, from any sex, gender, or anywhere in between. I can also give you your experiences, the old experiences, the emotion you had when you had your first kiss, for example. That's a popular one. Lots of people like that one. I can give you the feeling of flying.
Your nostalgia. I see.
No, I don't trade in nostalgia. I can give you new things. Nostalgia is things that you experienced already. I can give you things that you have not experienced and will never possibly experience. Things that other people have experienced already. Would you like any of those? Please.
I see. But it's not permanent.
What's a memory of an event is not permanent? No, of course not, it isn't. But it is a memory, and thus it is permanent. Have you not been paying attention?
I would like... Ooh.
You have now any other room, and you would not be allowed. But in here, you may have whatever you like, because it's not going to hurt anyone.
I would like the memory of, and I've forgotten the name out of character, effectively the Pope.
Right? A.K.03.
I would like a memory of times that they're left alone.
The memory of times when they're left alone.
Can you imagine walking into a brothel and saying, I would like times when the Pope's alone
and vulnerable.
Does that violate any of the rules? He opens his coat and there's like... No! Very well. I will tell you all of the things that I know about when the Pope is alone.
Okay.
He is never alone. Sorry.
Okay.
That's so comforting. To know that the Pope is never lonely.
That's good.
Would you like a free memory, something like nice and pleasant? Because I think you need some nice and pleasant things.
No, I'm after one other thing.
Oh, right, very well. Sure.
Is anyone else at the door?
Oh, I think we...
People.
Viewing in the doorway, like, what the fuck is that thing? Hello, come in. Please, come in.
And can I whisper it to you?
Sure.
So this is whispered. I would like the memory of when Raylan lost something.
Who's that?
I
can do famous people, that's easy, but randos in the streets is a bit hard.
Okay, with a 6 on the sleight of hand, I will gesture towards Raylan.
Sure. Oh, him! When he lost something.
Yes.
Very well. And he hits you with a memory. Oh, that even Raylan doesn't have. That's funny.
Is it going to be Raylan's lost his keys?
That is quite funny.
Last session, I was looking for my coat.
You were looking for your coat,
Yeah?
but you didn't specify.
I did not.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
You
a
are
real
dealing-
memory, does it?
Oh, it does have to be. There are rules. There are rules. They have to be real, though there is some leeway here, and I don't know what he would do. And there is a concept, and there is what's funniest, which feels very Robin Williams, and,
Yeah.
and what is the most traumatic, which also feels very Robin Williams, weirdly.
Oh no.
Dramatic to who?
He's trying. He knows what card he has, and he knows what card he's supposed to have.
Well, he has 2 cards.
It doesn't matter. He knows which one you're supposed to have as the person you currently are.
No, I mean he has both the cards he's supposed to have. Yeah.
But he knows what card you are
I see.
supposed to have.
Yeah. And I'm not.
But who is he trying to try? Is he trying to provide something traumatizing
Yeah, that's
for
what I'm trying
him
to
or
work
to
out.
him?
It's
Is he trying to give Richthoff my
He's a
trauma?
fucking troll. He might be.
I mean, I also have a suggestion of something that I think would be funny.
I think I know what he does.
Okay.
You see a moment of pain and anguish, and you are in a place buried deep underground. The weight of hundreds of pounds of rock, rubble, and dirt on top you, and you can feel it crushing you with so much force you feel like your lungs would collapse, and then you feel nothing, and then the memory stops, and you are in this. How was that? Was that kind of what you were looking for, or was that you look a little shaken? You're a bit pale. Do you need an injection? I could turn you blue for a period of time. Would you like that? Is that no?
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Can I make a whiz save at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. 15.
It's kind of in middling, especially for what you just had basically a near-death experience thrown at you.
I think he transformed back.
Okay, so you've got a picture now.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, welcome to my would you like a... Because he knows, he recognizes differences in people. Would you like a memory of some kind or another? Or any of your friends, would you like a memory, any kinds of memories, any kinds of things that you haven't experienced, have experienced? Old things, new things, blue things, pink things?
How obvious is the transformation back?
Quite obvious, because he's literally about to say,
Because go on.
what am I doing in this room? Am I searching for clues? Ooh.
No, you're here for memory. Your memories. Your
Information. It would like to remember what it is like to not be afraid.
Looks at you for a second. That's very complicated. You're a very complicated thing. I can do that, but I don't.
It's way more heartbreaking if you can't.
One second. One moment. I need to confer with my colleagues. I'll be back. It goes to a potted tree in the corner and begins singing. All right, can I just a little bit? I won't give him the whole bit, but a little bit, like 2 seconds. Yeah, all right. Nothing about. All right. Sure. Right, yeah, it's fine. And you get a very, very short memory of you're next to a woman about maybe in her early 30s, and you are spelunking down a cave. You feel adrenaline, adventure, excitement, no fear, just kind of a very good kind of happy feeling, kind of like pushing you forward, and as you're kind of like exploring unknown and uncharted places, kind of like very old school Indiana Jones kind of style of feelings, and that kind of like just thrill of adventure as you go down in this cave, and then it stops. Sorry, all I could do, best I can do, sorry. Best smidgens and ounce of memories because of my colleague won't let me show you everything. I'm sorry, but I hope that helped. Were you afraid? Are you afraid?
Information. Apparently.
I don't...
Do we have...
I need 2 heads.
Yes.
And then they both in unison speak back to both of you.
Do we have to... How specific does it have to be? Like,
No, not very specific. Not very specific. It can be anything.
Could we have the memory of what the killer of the most recently deceased Maven was doing at the point of the Maven's death.
I can't do that. Sorry.
Yes,
Why?
I did.
Because there are specific things I am allowed to show you, and things that happen within the cage are kind of outside of that purview specifically.
Query. Could you show us what Raven was doing at the moment of the Maven's death?
When he died, where was she? Oh, yes, she was outside. I can show you that. Who wants it? One person per. I can do it if you just smoke. If you all smoke the hookah at the same time, I can do it that way. It's quicker. Would you like that? No, go in there.
Yeah.
Smoke in there, and you. Can you smoke?
Information. No.
Okay. Well then, who
I
wants
would
it?
suggest you with the highest insight, because I want to know if she looks satisfied.
Yeah, but I don't know if you're going to come into the room.
I'll do it.
I mean, there's like, how many of these do we get?
As many as you want. Well, I mean, I'd like a break eventually. I'd like to sit down and not do any of this anymore. But I can stay here for as long as you like. As long as you're paying. Oh, are you paying? No, you're not paying. You're investigators.
Gratis.
Investigator, gratis. Yes, you can pay. You stay as long as you like, and I can keep giving you as many as you need, as you want, as you desire, whatever.
Why did you give his other half something that was mine?
He asked for it,
But it was mine.
but it was not yours. That's complicated. It's kind of not you. It's kind of yours. There are other people who saw it as well.
Oh dear, have I done something terribly awful?
You haven't.
He asked, and I can do that. It can give other people's other memories, but there are other people who saw that particular memory anyways. Lots of people, actually. I mean, a lot of people saw that particular memory that day. I mean, it's hard to miss.
Not from my perspective.
You
You gave a very specific perspective of which there is only one viewer.
Ooh, no. See, that's not true. I guess that is true. I owe you a boon. How's that?
Acceptable.
Sure. What would you like?
A promise.
Ooh. I don't like promises because they become difficult. How about something specific? Now, while we're in the room and I can manage it. I've got rules. It's fucking long lived. Every time it goes.
Yeah.
And then.
If I talk in the abstract, you know what I meant. What I mean, correct?
Yes, I can probably work it out, yes. Oh, something. Oh,
Not work it out, you will know, yes?
yes. Sorry, I'm trying to be.
Whimsical.
Yes! Whimsical. I like whimsical. Whimsical is fun. Are we having fun?
No.
Information. No.
Can you have fun?
Information. No.
Information. Unclear.
We'll find out together then.
Tell me the location of the thing that was stolen from me, and I will know, and you will know, when we're talking about the right thing.
Very well. Who has memory of that? Where is it? Ah. Ooh. That's. I need to confer to my colleague. Goes to the tree.
As he's
Show
conferring,
him where
I
it
look at
is.
people. This is the 1%. Please leave.
Show him.
Great, yeah, done.
Show him where it is. Oh, right. You're there. Really? Oh, just don't show him anything else.
When
Oh,
he was
okay.
distracted, Victor
Right,
was
right.
in here, and we were walking up to it, I would have asked, make sure that everyone was
I,
distracted first. Is the thing that you lost the ability to dream?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Okay, right, one. But just like from that perspective. Okay, sure. Can I show him like the out? No, not the outside either. Okay. Right, I'll show you. It's going to be a bit odd because you won't. They're my colleague. I have rules. You need to understand. So I will show you as requested, and this is kind of violating some things, but because boom, you get free passage. Right, let's do this. You want to see something. And what you see is the only thing that can be described in this is a tomb. And sitting on top of what you think is a large sarcophagus is a crystal rose. And you know for a fact that it is that rose. That's the item. You don't know where this is. Oh, the whole tomb is constructed of great tree wood in a very beautiful, specific style. It is everything is immaculate and perfect. The architecture and design, the carving work, the gilding, everything is beyond cost in a way that is very difficult to describe. And the center point is this large wooden sarcophagus resting atop of which is this crystal rose that is perfectly preserved in this cloche that's sitting on top of this thing and is just slowly rotating and spinning and glowing slightly. And you know that's the object of your desire.
From that view, is the architecture of this place something that someone alive today would make, or is it a crypt of something old?
It is a crypt of something old, but not that old.
Okay.
Within the last, like 50, 60 years. You can't know specifics, but somewhere in that range.
And that is as it is now?
Yes, as far as I know, it hasn't moved. As far as we know, that it hasn't moved. I don't think it can move on its own. Not with that power. And I don't think anyone can get to it anyways at the moment. Might change. Soon, maybe. Who knows? We'll find out.
Next time.
They say you'll find out. Colleague. Right. Anything else, or would you like to leave and go on your investigation things?
I want two things.
Sure.
First one for the mission, I want to know what the Raven was doing at the...
Yes, you want to know that.
Yes.
Right. Ready?
Ready.
Great. You don't look ready. Illusion. I was gonna
make sure the door is closed behind me.
You can keep it on. I just wanted to know because I want to poke something that actually is there. I need to poke it. Are you actually there, or are you like 4 kobolds in a trench coat again?
No, I'm not 4 kobolds in a trench coat.
3 kobolds in a trench coat.
3 kobolds. I'm not 3 kobolds. I am not any number of kobolds in a trench coat.
Goblins?
I am one singular person in a trench coat, admittedly.
Are you a fish?
No.
Good. I don't like touching fish.
It's fair.
Point of order. Are you only one person in a trench coat? Yeah. I know I won't get that answer. It depends whether the genie buys it or not.
And you feel this, and you get the emotions that she got as well, which would have been mostly kind of at the time of his death, you said specifically, right?
Yep.
Fear, a lot of kind of like heightened heart rate. But she's outside. You can see, like, in fact, she's home in where what's the name of it? The nest. She's in the nest, in her home, which is kind of inside a carved stone wall, carved stone out like cliffside, and her home out overlooks, and she's kind of looking out over the city of Arbor, just about to go to bed, effectively.
So there's no one knew the Maven was going to die.
Nope.
So there'd be no reason for her to be this agitated at this moment. Otherwise.
Yep. Is that sufficient for you? Did I get good? Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. That's what she was feeling at the moment the Maven died, as far as I'm aware. I think. Yes. That's about. Yes. There. Ready? Done. What's your other one?
Okay, I actually have 2 more now.
Of course.
First, I want your memory of the kobolds in a trench coat.
Oh, yes. You see 3 kobolds in a trench coat who came in and tried to masquerade themselves as one person so that they could pay less. They got caught immediately.
That's lovely.
They didn't. Oddly enough, they didn't get caught by the eye or alabaster. They got caught by the genie, who immediately ratted them out.
Yeah.
It was a bit of fun for the day, and then it just ended. Right, next.
Okay, last one.
Sure.
And I pull out the stick that I've got, the blackened axe haft.
Sure.
I want to see my own memory of when this was presented to me, and I want to see it slowly, in as much detail more detail than even I can remember.
Right. So
Because it's very blurry what happened there with all the fire and everything.
okay. When you say presented, you don't mean that word. You mean a different word that you're trying to hide. Why? There's no point. The 3 people here probably have guessed something bad happened to you.
Okay, yes. When something bad happened to me,
Sure.
I want to see that memory in detail.
Do you want to see it right now or when it happens later? I mean, the question's there now. So, do you want to see it now or do you want to see when it happens later?
I want to see it now.
Okay.
I'm not sure I understand what
You'll understand a bit later. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. No, that one.
Given that we moved, then I would let Pupil back into the room.
You see Pupil is on the floor writhing in pain.
Oh shit!
You can see where it replaced its clothes look like that butler uniform to look more like proper artifacts. It's got its shirt open and you can see that an eye is like boiling its way out of the middle of the chest. Like melting the metal and the porcelain and yeah.
Oh, you're a horrible little thing. Well done.
Thank you.
So, that's what you see. You see, you see a comrade, a compatriot, a friend. He waves to you, pointing to a door in front of him. His movements are agonizingly slow, as if his arm is moving through tar. The fire spreads just as slowly, embers drifting lazily past your face.
I am trying to take all of this in to find details I've missed.
The acrid smell of burning wood fills your nostrils. You run down the hall, turn a corner, and you feel pain, and you fall. And the memory ends, because that's what you said. Would you like a pleasant memory after that, in order to, like a palate cleanser? I can give you the first time your father held you in his arms. I can give you popular one. Have you been? Nope, never been married. First love, swings, first kiss from mum.
If you're offering me another memory,
Sure.
So quick, brief, out of character question.
Yeah.
Did I get any new information from that? Could I figure out who it was?
Monica herself didn't see enough, and there's no way for you to see more.
Okay. That person that I just saw,
Yeah, sure. Yep.
can I see their memories?
No. I don't know who they are.
Okay.
Random spogglies, not going to be able to figure out who that is. This
Okay.
person here, yep.
Can I see the memories of Craig Bloom at that exact moment that memory was taking
Ray
place?
Bloom. Who is that?
Alright, never mind. He is a firefighter.
Okay. Sure, he is. Yep, that. Sure, that.
But because you don't know who he is,
Nope. Don't know who he
Okay.
is. Can't help you. Sorry. Pleasant. How about just like a nice day in a park? I have nice day in a park. I have the first carnival of the year. I have founding day as a child. That's a popular one.
Just give me the code, wasn't the trench coat again?
Golden trench coat.
It's a good one.
As Raylan looks out into the corridor, all of the eyes at all of the different places on people's body all swivel, look directly at Raylan, and you hear that other voice go, "My compliments to the chef."
Looks out and sees that. Oh, is that going to be all right? Is he going to make a mess?
No! Sorry, again. How's that
Is he? I think that needs a reset.
Can I get the thing that is just talking to me, its perspective right now? You can see it. You can know there's more than one entity there because you saw his 2 entities.
How good's your mind? How strong is it? Very?
I don't know what this is about, so have fun.
Very good, strong. Do you have a membership at the Starlight Sanitarium? Out of curiosity, just abject curiosity at this point. We'll find out if it's necessary later.
Is it within your purview?
I think
Is it against the rules?
no, my colleague would allow it, and they would find it quite amusing to find out what happened to one of yours. However, I cannot be held responsible and will need to sign the waiver.
Please sign the waiver.
That's the other breast.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Sign the waiver, and sure.
Good.
I thought you might be. You're smart. You might want to collect your Raven, though. He is a bit drunk.
You'll be fine.
Nope.
He's weeing on the furniture.
Yeah.
As long as he's not weeing on the me.
He is very nearly doing. I would. Right. What do you. Anything else for anyone?
Yes, one last thing before I leave. Well,
Right, sure.
it's actually
Yeah, cool.
two things because you mentioned the palate cleanser.
Two things.
So firstly, can I see the worst thing that my counterpart, Richtov, I believe, the worst thing that he's ever done?
Oh, God.
And then the palate cleanser. Could you show me a time when I was able to walk unassisted?
You want it in that order?
Yeah, the horrible memory first,
Right,
and then
yes.
the
And then without the water gun assisted bit. Yes. Right. You were very young in the second instance, and
yes.
you are. Right. First Richtov horrible thing. First or worst?
worst.
Worst. By whose definition? Mine, yours, the gods?
Oh no!
That woman you saved about 15 minutes ago? Or the young woman you gave a hug to about 10 minutes ago? 20 minutes ago.
when you mention the
Young woman.
woman, a voice. Victor won't answer. Richtov will,
Ooh,
and he will
Victor.
say, by her standards.
Oh.
That's the worst thing you ever did by Ember standards. I can do that. I don't think you'll like it. I think the Gilded Cage is a place of memories and places of things, of desires and things you want and need. This is not a thing you need. I'm warning you now. It is a thing you want, but it is not a thing you need. You don't have to have it. You can have it if you want.
It's
Self-destruction speedrun contest.
well, I feel very responsible, you see, but I don't know what I'm responsible
Do you want to experience
for.
it, or do you want to know?
I need to know.
So I could give it to somebody else and they could know and then they would experience it. That's the thing you could do.
It will volunteer.
Oh,
I will take your memory.
well, Yes, it's very kind. If you're,
I'm less inclined to give it to that at the moment. It's problematic.
Yes, he certainly does have more eyeballs than he
It's a
originally.
complicated thing. Don't worry about it. Try not to think about it too much either. It will cause problems. Right, you want what he did, the worst thing he ever did, based on what Ember thinks the worst thing he ever did. Yes?
Yes.
Right. The worst thing Richtov ever thinks he did, based on what she thinks was the worst thing he ever did. Right, I know it, what it is. Right. Boop. You get a memory of... A memory of... what's the best way of describing this? It's a very complicated memory of... You see a very young looking Victor or Richtov, you can't tell which it is. And you see it is a holding a potion of some kind. And you see him running through halls that are very, very expensive, very, very well structured. There are carpets in the floors that would be worth more than anything you've ever seen in your life. The paneling on the wood is gorgeous, beautiful, and structured and carved in such a way that means that they are so expensive. This place oozes money. And you see him running down a hallway and turning a corner. And as he turns the corner, there are a group of people surrounding a bed. And he drops the potion as he sees a veil go over this woman's face. And then the potion drops and hits the ground at the same moment. And you know you are witnessing the death of a loved one that meant the universe to Richtov and Victor. And that's what you see. Parsing why that particular memory is the worst thing Victor or Richtov ever did doesn't make any sense to you, I don't think. But you can relay the information to him, who it might make more sense to. It's a question of what you do with it. Alright, that's the worst thing Richtov ever did
By
Ember standards that Richtov thinks by Ember standards.
See, what did you see?
I mean, you gave it to me because you were afraid of what it meant. I can tell you specifically. I can tell you in the abstract. What would you like to know? I didn't witness a great crime, if that's what you're seeking.
Oh. Well, yes, it was... then I'd be killing someone. The abstract, I suppose. That's...
You dropped a potion.
Well, that raises more questions than answers anything. Okay. Okay. I didn't realise he had a respect for alchemical ingredients. Okay.
Denial ain't just a river in Egypt.
Think about it from my perspective.
Is it Richtov's...
My moral compass.
Your moral compass will Richtov the worst thing Richtov's ever done. I mean, what's a particularly heinous murder? I mean, you can't...
Skinning. Skinning's a good one.
Yeah. I mean,
We don't have to go into any...
It would be pretty bad.
The manner of it. And
Yeah. It would be more like a violent kind of...
Violent, grisly, brutal murder.
Yeah. But from the specific question, the way that he was asked it was, what is Richtov... What is the worst thing Richtov's ever done that Ember thinks would be the worst thing from Richtov's perspective, which is a really weird kind of like double perspective thing. So, right, I think while I said you can stay here forever, I don't think I have time to keep perusing you with memories, and your brains are getting a bit funny. Some of you are turning a little purple in ways and shades and things, and whatever that is going on in there, and I'm not even going to try and question it, even though I already know. I don't want to know. I know all the things that I need to know, and my colleague knows more than I do, but whatever that is going to be whatever that is, and we'll just push it out the door later, and it will be fine. But for the three of you, I've given you your boon as you asked. I've given you exactly what you wanted. Maybe, I don't know. You seem to be annoyed with me or this place.
A quick palate cleanser.
What would you like?
Take out of my coat pocket the crystal item that we discussed.
Sure.
I want to go there for a minute.
Ooh. Okay. What would that look like when that was recorded? A pleasant place then. You are sent back, and it is the memory from the bear. The exact same one, though slightly in a slightly different place, in a slightly different time, maybe. There is light cascading. It's more daytime rather than night. And instead of this woman coming behind you as you are leaving somewhere, is instead you are sitting down with this woman, and you are softly stroking her hair, and you are content and happy. And then the memory is a good job, found a pleasant memory. That, and what you hear is the sound of rustling trees and branches from places far, far away or close by, and you don't know which. It's hard to tell, but it's just like a weird recording. And you see the crystal is slowly being like etched and recorded, like at the moment.
Thank you.
See, you came in here and you had preconceptions about me and what this place was. I gave you a nice thing, and I gave you all nice things, and I broke your friend. I'm sorry, but that's not my fault.
You didn't break him.
Maybe a little, but I think, would you like anything else? And a drink or something. I think you came in here for a drink originally, and then you found that woman.
Yes. I don't need anything.
Good job. You don't need anything, and yet you keep talking. That's the problem.
Well, no, I was just going to ask, do you need or want anything?
No, I'm happy here. I came here as a favour to the Maven. I'll stay here for a little bit longer. I do some other stuff.
Okay.
There's a prince somewhere who's a bit annoyed with me half the time, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. If we come to it.
Am I able to take one to go? Not for myself, for someone else.
I'll put a memory in something.
Can you give me something to really fuck with the raven?
I can make him think he's a worm for a bit. That's a good one. Here you go, sure. That's funny.
Thank you.
Sorry, when you said the raven,
Not yet.
Have fun.
One last question. I'm
Sure,
not after a memory or anything. I just want to know if you have any memories from the artist.
That one is blocked from me.
Okay.
And everyone else, for that matter.
Interesting.
Boy, do I have theories.
It's alright, we'll find him.
Good luck.
Do you
He's
want to?
good luck.
We take the hint.
Well,
Hello, people.
it is 10:30.
Yeah.
If you want to keep going.
I think Pupil is sort of just standing up and not quite putting itself back together, but has clearly suffered not hit point damage, but
Emotional damage?
emotional damage. Structural, I would say, rather than hit point.
Cool.
But is sort of preparing to go wherever it's told to go.
Monica would help it up and...
So I think what ends up happening then, if you're helping him up and trying to get out to go wherever you're going, you kind of like lift him up, and as you're leaving, I hand you this. specifically the pupil.
Oh.
And she hands it. She kind of like slips it in
The
your
eye
pocket.
hands this to me.
No, the eye hands it to you in the pocket.
Well, the eye rather than the eye.
Yes. And as you're kind of like leaving and going out, you see Bess Butcher still waiting for you. Like, did you get it? Did you get a picture? And as you kind of like, she's leaning forward now, kind of like in this thing. There's a letter inside her coat, Victor, that you notice, and it has the seal on it is a D.
Is she revealing it on purpose, or is it?
You don't know for sure. Passive insight's not high enough to know that. She's like leaning forward. The three of you will see this, yeah.
All three of us will see it.
This letter like hanging outside of it, the D on it, which doesn't do anything to most of you.
So have we gone outside? Sorry,
We've left-
Yeah, so I presume as a party we are heading to see Raven.
yeah, and then into the sewer.
Might go via Red Lantern as well.
Yeah.
Depends on what we get from Raven.
Yes, we haven't quite got the picture yet.
Here you go.
That letter.
Yeah. What letter? She kind of like does this. Kind of like,
Looked very interesting.
what letter? I don't see the letter.
My mistake. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going to risk it.
Sure. There is an agitation here, so the two of you can decide to risk something.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I don't have the right skill set.
Sure.
I was a different character.
Do you think Victor would, seeing that, would, in the same way he took the voiceover, see like, uh-oh,
Wait, sorry, is this Victor, not Richthof?
Richthof.
So this is Victor who's
It's
shown
Victor's
in...
agitation.
Yes.
Oh. Then I will at least roll an insight. And I'll get 22.
So, Bess is hiding something clearly, and there is definitely like a... She's watching specifically Victor. Who's got the photograph crystal?
Photograph.
The one she gave us to try and get a picture of Arashikatai.
Who's got it?
Shouldn't you give us...
She gave you a little crystal that was
Yeah.
to give
No,
her
I remember that.
Arashi.
I don't remember who had it.
I mean, I had it last because I took a picture of the... I just took a picture of the crow, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess
so
it
you
would be
still
a-
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like, she kind of like, she's trying to figure out something. She kind of like keeps looking between the two of you, and it's like, okay.
Oh,
Do you need another-
did we get your Raven?
She goes. Do you need another photograph crystal?
No. I think we've already got one.
Take it out here. Hands it to you.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Give them out so freely.
Time it doesn't. Mine
Has Pupil identified this already?
No.
You identified the photograph crystal.
You didn't. Not that one. And not that one either. You identified almost everything else, but not the photograph crystal.
Does Detmad show up on...
Oh yeah, it does. It's divination.
Are they the same on both?
Yes, divination. With like a slight illusion
With
as
my
well.
22 insight, can I... Does it feel like by handing over another one, he's trying to get one over on us?
She's trying to do something, and there is a kind of, I want something, or I need something from that one.
This one?
Yeah. At this point, your Raven kind of...
Ah! There you are.
Kick me out, boss. They kick me out. I pooped out in the moon. So I can't go back, boss.
I mean, you only have yourself to blame.
Can
Detect magic surface thoughts on Bess.
Cool. There is a thought of take the damn crystal, take the damn crystal, take the damn crystal.
at the point of accepting the crystal,
Yes.
can I? Because even though out of character, I know what's going on. But can Victor take over to perform a? He wants to snab the letter.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
That is 18. Do I burn?
So I got 24 on an insight check.
Yeah. So you also get this
Real desperate to have Victor /
Yeah.
Richtov take that.
you snatch it from her.
Cool.
She doesn't even notice.
Yeah. Victor doesn't even notice.
Cool.
So it will be in his pocket that he will discover later on.
Cool.
So, because it's almost like an instinct.
Yeah. She as she's handing you the crystal, you
Yeah.
are taking the thing, and
Yeah.
yep. Cool.
Yeah.
And I think with that, the four of you leave the Gilded Cage. Yeah.
Just on Joe won't do this to the actual physical letter.
Sure.
People will immediately burn this after reading it.
Cool.
There is no power on the world that could compel it to share the contents of this letter.
Cool.
And I include you in that.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got 1%. You've got 1%.
And you're heading to where? Just so I know for next time.
Raven's house.
Raven's
the
house.
nest.
Cool. The nest. Yep. And you can have a potentially random encounter.
Cool. Lovely.
All right. Well done, guys.
Excellent session. Oh, I need to stop recording.
Boy. Spicy.
It was. It's good.
Many a goal as well.